do both that and think like, all right, what's going on in the what exactly is going on in the game? What's the appropriate response? You know, all that kind of stuff,
No,
like
of
the
course,
higher
but
level kind of
that's
things.
completely to be expected, right? You gotta take it step by step. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so let me share screen and
Sure.
can kind of go through at least the builds a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So first, this was the game against the Beast. Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, it didn't go on for much longer, I guess, than after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they closed it out pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, this was a rough one regardless. You did quite well. I mean, you could see you're the only one with the positive score, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my CM is 0 and 13, so
yeah.
that hurts a lot.
And the Silver Edge, I have no idea why there are no passives to break. So
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if there are, it's usually still not very good. But especially when
hmm
there aren't, yeah,
yeah. It's an
it's
interesting choice.
not a great item. Yeah. All right, so let's
Hmm
go through the arc games a little bit. Actually, let's check out. You can check them out on Dota Buff. When it's
Sure,
multiple games like this, you should see the builds.
sure. Yeah, so basically what I do with Arc Warden is to keep it simple, I generally build as many passive items as possible so I have less buttons to push. Um,
Aha. Okay, that's well. I mean, the
not
logic is
the not the best thing in the world, but
the
that's
logic is
generally
there,
what I do.
but yeah, it's.
Hmm
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the good items on him are passive,
hmm
so still at some point you want that not to
Be
dictate
the
your
case.
choices. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I get a few active items like I always get Mjolnir, and most of the time I get Midas. I don't know if Midas is worth it anymore, but if I can get it fairly early, it does feel like it accelerates um, character. Um,
So Midas, I mean, it was really bad at one point. Now it's less bad.
hmm
But with that being said, Arc is like if there's a hero that it's good on, it's Arc Warden, basically.
Yeah.
Uh,
So even with the double usage, do you think it's maybe not worth it, or?
no, so I'm saying, I mean, on Arc, it's worth it most of the time, just because you get two casts out of it
Mhm.
essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like the cookie cutter build is generally gonna be Midas, Midas, Maelstrom, Travels, Mjolnir, and from there,
hmm
you start switching it up a little bit depending on the game.
hmm hmm
Mm, it's also because there aren't really any viable alternatives. Like, what are you gonna get instead of the Midas? Okay, you could get straight Maelstrom, but
hmm
like that early on, you don't have the attack speed to really use it well. So it's not really gonna be much better than a Midas. Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
and
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
there is other stuff, but then that gets like very different and complicated. Like you don't have to redo that for now. Um,
hmm
so let's see. Well, this one, I mean, immediately stands out, right? This double Daedalus here. Uh,
Yeah.
very rarely is that gonna be the play.
hmm
You did do the most damage,
hmm
but
Yeah, I was just kind of like I was just experimenting with that where I was like, maybe, you know, more maybe a second Daedalus is not terrible. Like normally I would build like maybe MKB first and then get a Daedalus. Um or get like what is it, Dragonlance first.
mm-mm.
Um but
So
yeah, I was just kind of experimenting with stuff with that guy, with that game.
it's not. I mean, it's not bad to experiment per se. But
Mm.
let me go back to. Well, did we really skip this last time? Um, the question for item choices. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess we never did that. So, all right, this applies to all the heroes, right? And it's not really specific to your bracket either, right? It's just or role. It's just a general thing. Very good to keep in mind when it comes to items, right? Question for item choices, and also applies to skill builds essentially. But most heroes have set skill builds anyway. Every time you buy an item, you gotta ask yourself this: what can I do with this item that I cannot do without?
Okay.
You see where we're going with this? Yeah, so
double daedalus is generally the second daedalus is not going to help.
If one daedalus doesn't cut it, then two daedalus probably also not gonna cut it, right? So
it's fair, yeah.
Also, daedalus in general by itself is a very one-dimensional item, right? It's just more damage, and it's not even a different type of damage. It's just more damage with a chance of a bit more damage. Yeah. So, two reasons why this is. First of all, yeah, if the answer is nothing, obviously it's a bad choice. But following up by answering this question, you also form your game plan, basically, right? You answer to yourself like what you're supposed to be doing in the game. If that makes sense. So, for example, let's apply it to the Midas, right? What can you do with Midas that you cannot do without?
So you can get gold and experience faster. And
yeah, so it's a what kind of item?
Farming item acceleration.
Exactly. It's a farming item.
Silent C/NZ Kakuspovas Darnosis Kito.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yo, who's joining? Thank you so much for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. Merci. Yeah, so Midas is a farming item, so that's like the easiest example, right? You buy a farming item, so therefore you should farm, right? And if you buy that item and you farm, it's a good choice. If you buy it and you don't farm, it's a bad choice, right? If you try and fight with the Midas, then it doesn't make a lot of sense to have one, right?
Right.
So you can see like how whether an item is good or not, it also depends directly on what you're trying to do with it. So then let's apply that to the Maelstrom. What can you do with Maelstrom that you cannot do without?
It's also farming.
It is also a farming item, yes. However,
so you can take waves faster.
There you go. There's a specific. There's a reason why, like, it's actually quite rare for. I would say Ark is one of the few heroes that buys like 2 farming items, viably. So Midas is purely like just a gold accelerant, nothing else. And pretty much pretty much every farming item has like some secondary, function, right? First of all, what would you say are the farming items? We mentioned Midas, we mentioned Maelstrom.
Battle Fury, Battle Fury, Midas, Maelstrom are the big 3 in my mind.
Well, yeah, but there's a bunch of situational ones, but there's 2 more that are like quite staple, right?
Meme Hammer. Meme Hammer is a farming item.
Okay, actually, yeah, then 3. Sorry, yes. Meteor Hammer also, yes.
Yep. And let me think.
Another one.
So basically, increasing damage is like key. So generally, your damage increasers are farming items.
Not necessarily. I mean, Daedalus increase your damage, but that's not a farming item, is it? Or Crystal is. So.
Right. So anything that will hit multiple. Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness.
There you go. One. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Let me think.
And one more in the weapons.
I don't know. Maybe Armlet. I don't know. Like.
It's I mean, when I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, of course. Think of it like
Radiance.
Yes,
Radiance.
There you go. Yes.
Radiance. Yeah.
So special thing is like, it's not just you're kind of on the right mark. Like yes, more damage. However, it's different, right? So, Mask of Madness is more damage, just a large amount of attack speed for a very cheap cost. That has a drawback, which really sucks in fights, but is irrelevant when you're farming.
Yep.
And it gives you sustain, because lifesteal, right? That's like the secondary function. Battle Fury, Radiance, and Maelstrom / Mjolnir, they're all farming items with a secondary
AoE
function.
damage.
AoE damage, exactly. So they give you wave clear,
Right.
which is quite valuable, because generally they're bought by heroes who do not have wave clear.
Yeah.
And this is relevant not just because you farm faster, because technically speaking, right? Let's say you're a troll with, let's take what's a better example? I don't know. Let's take PA or whatever. Technically speaking, okay, you can have Battle Fury and you clear the way faster, but if you have, Deso, Chrysalis or whatever, you also clear the way faster, right?
Right.
And unless it's like 20 plus creeps, it's gonna be comparable. How quickly you do it, but the thing is, like, for that cost, right? There is no better choice. And then you look at what else the item gives you, and these give you only damage, right? Whereas this also gives you mana regen, which is one of the other primary reasons to get it, which actually got nerfed.
Yeah.
Then Radiance, it's magic damage, Radiance and Mjolnir, unlike the others which are physical. Hammer obviously helps with towers, and it doesn't rely on the right click of your hero. That's why, let's say on a hero like OD or ranged heroes, right? This could be pretty good. And then we have Midas. Like, what's special about Midas?
Experience,
right? It's the only item that actually generates experience, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is quite relevant for when it comes to talents, level 30s, etc. Especially now you get attribute bonuses. So you get the Midas for to farm to get experience, because you scale very well. I mean, the most important thing is the level 3 ulti, getting that as soon as possible. And then you get the Maelstrom, so you actually have wave clear also. So that when you TP the clone somewhere, it can reliably kill the creep wave.
Makes sense.
Okay, then we have the Boots of Travel. Right? So what about those?
So generally in most of the games I played, the first thing I'd get was Midas, then I'd get Maelstrom, then I'd get Travel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mentioned.
Yeah.
So what can you do with travels that you cannot do without?
You can send your clone to a wave and just clear the wave, and you can split push essentially really effectively.
Yeah, it allows you to split push, exactly, allows you to clear waves globally with zero risk because your clone is doing it. Gives you a lot of control over the map and the game in general. It's what makes this hero, what it is. Basically, if you don't have travels, you might as well be playing a different hero, right?
Right, yeah. Also, he's really slow, so the movement speed really helps.
Well, yeah, sure, that too. But you're mostly using the teleport, so...
Right.
Alright, then... Yeah, someone in the chat said you could play dangerous part of the map without risk, basically, yes. Then we have Mjolnir. Alright, so what about Mjolnir? What's the difference between Mjolnir and Maelstrom? Do you know off the top of your head the numbers?
Well, I know there's an active ability that you can put on yourself or the creep that will zap a target when it's attacked. I think, let me think off the top of my head, I think it's like 35 damage and 25 attack speed or something like that.
What? That's how much it gives, or you mean more than a Maelstrom, or total?
I think total? Not sure.
I mean, think of the components. There's no item that gives less than its components, so...
Oh, okay, so maybe it is 60 attack speed. 60 attack speed from the Hyperstone. And then I think 25 damage from just on the item. I think that's Maelstrom, is that right?
Yeah, so
Something
Maelstrom
like that?
gives a 24. Yeah, so it carries over the 24, and it's actually, I believe it's 80 instead of 60. 60. Oh no, it's 65. Okay. They
65,
toned down a
okay.
little bit. Yeah, 65
Okay.
now.
Okay.
But the other major significant thing is that the lightning bounces increase from 4 to 12.
Oh,
That's
okay.
triple the bounces, and it's a very big deal in couple situations, mostly against illusion heroes and summons, and when it comes to defending high ground, right, there's going to be a bunch of creeps as well as many heroes, and that's when the bounce count is a really big deal, because 4 is like, it's not even a full wave, and 12 is basically like all the creeps plus heroes most of the time, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's a massive difference, yeah. So again, when we're thinking about this, when we're answering this question, it's very important to try and be specific with the answers, right? So for example, like that's what we're saying specifically, like not just you farm faster, but no, it's you can clear the creeps, right? It's can your clone clear 1 or 2 creep waves, for example. So in the same way, we're talking about damage. It's not good enough to say like Mjolnir does more damage than Maelstrom. Like, okay, no shit, but more damage is not a reason, right? It's not specific. It needs to be, it's enough damage to do X, right? For example, enough damage to kill somebody in a stun. Or in this case, it's enough damage to clear the creep wave reliably, right? When the enemy is pushing. That's why it's very hard to push into arc with Mjolnir.
Right.
And the same way, if you say like, to get tankier, that's also not a good reason. It needs to be tanky enough to survive something, right?
Okay.
And when you think of it this way, also you notice that generally, people are actually buying items for a specific purpose. They just don't realize it, and because they don't realize it, they also don't use the item properly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and then clearly, so here with Daedalus, like I mentioned, this Daedalus is one of the most one-dimensional items. Almost every, other of these items, it gives you something. It's like damage plus something. And Daedalus is the only one that's like just damage, right? The closest thing is Deso, but even Deso is like, it's damage plus amplifying the damage of everybody else, so it helps with, buildings and Roche.
Yeah.
Right.
It has like a team benefit. Daedalus is purely selfish.
Yeah, so also Daedalus scales with what you already have, right? So if you already have a lot of damage and the crit is quite valuable, if you don't, not so valuable.
So if I just want more damage though, is there anything I can get if I want more single target damage? So my options are like MKB, Daedalus.
Yeah, so MKB is going to be better than Daedalus, especially considering like what are your other items so far. Your only raw plus damage is 24 from Maelstrom, so the crit is super low value.
Okay.
Right, and we can actually, so it's not just like me telling you this in theory, right? We can test it so you can actually see it.
Sure.
Arc. So the point is that MKB also gives you magic damage, just like Mjolnir. And magic damage is a lot more valuable because people generally have a lot more physical resistance than magical resistance, right? So generally speaking, all heroes have base 25 magic resist. The dummy has that too. But by the time you get these items, right, most people are going to have a decent amount of armor, right? These guys build blade mail. Legion has blade mail. Yeah, so let's say they have about 15 armor. That's like, it's actually on the lower side for a core in the mid game. 14 or whatever, right? But let's just say they have 14 armor, right? So this is 14 now. So you can see the DPS. Let's see what level you were when you bought the Daedalus. It was about 30 minutes in. I'm actually kind of curious because I haven't done this myself as well. It's mostly fuel. As you were level 20.
Okay.
Did you take the attack speed talent? Let's see.
I think I did, yeah. I normally do,
Yeah, okay, so you took attack speed. The others don't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna test it with, oops, with and without the magnetic field, I guess. So first,
Okay.
let's test the dataless DPS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just for as long as the magnetic field lasts. So DPS is about 500. All right.
Okay.
Now let's test MKB.
Mm.
Okay, so it's a bit of RNG, like whether you get the crits or not, and you know, the procs and the crits. Yeah, it came
Yeah.
it was kind of similar. The Mjolnir also has procs,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, against decent armor target, you know, this is gonna be better. And then there's evasion factor, which, you know, this Wraith King had a radiance,
Ah, true.
so
Yep.
that immediately, you know, swings it quite heavily in this. This guy had a Elven Tunic, right? So actually, if we add these two things, it gets very one-sided.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you can assume that most of the time there will be some source of evasion, right? So now we're dealing with 16% evasion and 70% mischance.
Mm-hmm.
So let's compare them again with the field. Maybe I need to hit for a little bit longer to, I don't know, it's about, yeah, so we can see the DPS dropped a decent amount. Now it's
Yeah.
440 with this, and presumably the MKB should stay the same.
Very close to it. Yeah. And also the MKB is a little cheaper than Daedalus too. So.
Yeah,
Well.
it's a little bit cheaper. It's practically the same. It's 4.9k. But this effect obviously increases as their armor increases, right? Let's see the difference when you have like another plate mail. So 24 armor. Most agi heroes will have that amount of armor. And generally, this matters a lot, right? So yes, if you are solely targeting like a squishy support, let's see if they had that. Yeah, like this Jakiro. If you are targeting just the Jakiro, Daedalus will be more damage than MKB most of the time, because he's low armor.
Okay. Okay.
But most of the time you want to be targeting the cores, right? Which are going to be sitting at high armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the MKB usually wins. Also, Jakiro. The other thing is that the squishy supports, they'll die no matter what, if you get to hit them, and usually the problem is you don't reach them, or in this case, like, yeah, Yule's Glimmer, Ghost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, again, we're talking raw DPS right now, but let's see the damage actually without Magnetic Field. So I'm just gonna let it hit for a little longer so the DPS evens out.
Mm-hmm.
So without Magnetic Field, it's about 320 DPS. Alright. With MKB, with the target 322. With the target having quite high armor and high evasion, right? So these are the reconditions refavoring the MKB.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's actually, the difference is smaller than I expected, to be honest. Although the lightning procs really swing it a little bit. Also, the lightning, by the way, it also pierces evasion, right? So
Yeah.
30% chance to pierce evasion. But yeah, you can see it is definitely lower.
Yeah.
And yeah, whenever you get like, if you're hitting high ground, right? If there's any armor boosts, etc., like lots of things can come into play. That
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, fundamentally, the MKB is more reliable damage.
yeah, it gives you a better mix of damage too.
Mm-hmm. A better mix as well. Right. That makes sense.
Right, and then the other thing is, very often you'll find that if you're not dealing enough damage, well, it depends. Like, but it's important to identify, like, is it because your damage is lacking? Like, is it actually that you get to hit people and they're just not dying? Or is it that you don't get to hit people in the first place, which is more commonly the problem?
Yeah.
Right? So, generally that means you're either being kited, or, you know, disabled, or you're not able to get in position, right? You can't reach the targets, or you're not tanky enough to go on these targets, etc. Or the regioning, right? That's another, like, well, for example, Skadi. It's not actually that much of a damage item, but in this case, again, somebody mentioned, like, they have Raking as lifesteal, Legion has a heal, any region items on the team, etc. Like, that can immediately make Skadi the best quote-unquote damage source, even though it doesn't actually give so much damage. Yeah.
There was a game I played with the Arc Warden where I did that, where I picked up Scotty, and it was nice. It was the last thing I got, but it was nice.
Yeah, I see this one. Yeah, so they have a Stark and Luna. Obviously, the slow factor as well helps you with kiting. Playing on PC or console.
It was nice because pretty much any target that I went on, I could just stay on them until they were dead. And so and it gives a little bit of agi as well. So that's
it's 25 damage, 25 attack speed. It's not 0. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, this game in particular, again, it depends like who you were trying to kill, basically, whether these items were good. So, for example, take Wraith King. He's just sitting there. So, yeah, for him, it's not a problem, to hit him. You just need a lot of damage, right? So then straight up damage items make sense.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to kill Weaver, you can have all the damage in the world, but he's just gonna keep going in this. So then Hex is actually, for example, the item you want, or Orchid, like some kind of lockdown item.
Yeah.
To keep him in place.
My general thought was something along the lines of mostly looking at past games and being like, well, I kind of feeling like I need more damage in general, because I feel like what happens in the games that I was playing with the Arc Warden at the time was I am able to sit in the back, and then frontliners just kind of like eventually walk their way through up to me. And there were a few games I played with Arc Warden where I felt like I did a lot of high damage, and heroes that did that would kind of start coming towards me, and then they'd get to like half health or so, and then they'd start going away, or just die before they would be able to make it up to me. And so that's kind of what I was thinking, and I was like, well, it's 88 damage per. There's a crit chance.
Yeah. So again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's like it's a throw. It's kind of a throw to get 2 of them. Getting 1 daedalus is not a throw.
Yeah.
It can be pretty good. And Arc is one of the heroes that it is quite good on. But yeah, you have to keep in mind why you're doing it. The other thing is that going for a flat damage item like this generally makes you more reliant on the team, right? You're more likely to see this in a pro game. Basically, this build would be super good if you're playing on a pro team, and then like somebody on a team, buys a Solar Crest to give you attack speed, Glimmer Cape to keep you safe, Vlad's to give you actually doesn't give lifesteal to range, so I'm not sure. They have like spells to buff you, right? Let's say there's like Avenger or whatever, and all these things, right? If you're being backed up, and your only job is to just lay in the damage, then a specialized build like this becomes better. But generally in solo queue, you want to be able to do more different jobs yourself and not have to count on a team. For example, to stun targets for you. And that's where a slightly different build can be more effective. For example, if you had a nullifier, which is another button to press, granted, but then you remove 3 of Jakiro's defensive items, essentially, right? And you can always kill him, right? Because it's I'm not sure if you know exactly about nullifier, how it works.
So even if they're Yules, you'll hit them and pull them straight down from the Yules and all that.
Yeah, and it's a continuous spell, right? So he cannot press any of these while the nullifier is on him, which is like 5 seconds.
Right.
And every hit with the nullifier slows also. So yeah, basically, it would turn into, without nullifier, you cannot kill Jakiro, no matter how many daedaluses you have, right? With nullifier, you could kill Jakiro, right? That's basically your reason to buy that item. If Jakiro was your target in this case.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's basically how you want to think about items, and that's also why talking about a general build is pretty difficult because it largely depends on, you know, what the enemy has also. Yeah, this game we did go the MKB. Let's see.
Yeah, that was the only game that I bought 2 Datalises. But most of the games I do try to get like a diversity of items that help. If I'm playing a damage dealer like Arc Warden, just do damage and kill targets whenever we're pushing high ground or defending high ground or whichever.
So yeah, so far we just talked about like Arc and what items are good for you. Now the next thing is you need to slowly get. We're not gonna go through all the heroes, but when you look at a certain hero, like as an enemy, there are items that are good against them that just need to, like, it should come to mind. They should pop in your mind. Okay, I'm against this hero. This item, boom, and then you think like, okay, can I actually fit that into my build or not? Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. So.
Okay.
So for example, this game, something that immediately comes to mind. See Treant, you should think Manta. Why? Because Overgrowth, gets removed by Manta. It pierces BKB, so BKB is actually not so good against Treant. So Manta is like the obvious choice against him. And the ult is like the main threat of this hero. So you see Slardar. You should also think Manta because, well, pretty similar. His amplified damage, right, his ult, also gets removed by Manta. And then on top of that, he's very single target, right? He's just single target right clicker. So it's pretty good against Slardar too. And the moment you have these 2 heroes, suddenly this is a pretty decent Manta game.
Okay.
Right? Even though it's not the best item on Arc, it's actually not bad, especially now that they buffed the cooldown to only be 30 seconds. So pretty much every time you have the clone, it's gonna have Manta.
Yep.
And potentially for pushes also, right? Like double Manta, it's a lot of damage if you just get to hit the tower like that.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So when you see Spectre, you should think 2 items. One is Silver Edge, right? Obviously to break him, although it's not that good. Most heroes, there's like very very few heroes that Silver Edge is like decent on.
Yeah. The break is good, and I guess like healing, like something to give you sustain or avoidance of the damage that.
Yes, and that's BKB because a big part of Spectre's damage comes from Radiance and Dispersion. And
is Dispersion magical?
Actually, Dispersion, it says it does block actually. So also a big part of it comes from Desolate. Now Desolate is pure and it pierces BKB.
Right.
Right. So here's the thing. Yeah, it's reflected as the same damage type, and they changed BKB a while ago to BKB no longer gives you magic resistance. It just gives you spell immunity.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Okay.
If a spell, like all the ultis that pierce BKB, before it used to be like they would only stun through BKB, but you would block the damage. Now the damage also goes through.
Okay. Yeah, because there have been a few games that I played as Wind Ranger where someone would blade mail and I would hit BKB because I was like, oh, blade mail is magical and
wait, blade mail
block the damage, but
blade mail is a different case. I do think blade mail still gets blocked
mixed,
by BKB.
I think. Oh, is blade mail still gets blocked? Okay.
Let's see. Maybe something else happened there, or maybe the passive component goes through.
Yeah, it still felt like I was taking more damage than I should. Maybe less, but more. And so I've kind of felt like I need to get like what is it, Satanic or something like that to deal with if I'm playing Wind Ranger and people are buying a bunch of blade mails to deal with that.
No, it says both of them does not. Both of them don't pierce spell immunity, so
okay.
BKB should still help you there against blade mail. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, it wasn't like a bristleback or something. It was his quills.
Might have been. It did feel like it helped, but it also felt like in my mind I felt like I should be taking less damage. But if it's mixed, it's only going to block magical damage, so it should be blocking the proc. I guess I was receiving the physical damage.
No.
back
But
front?
Blade
No,
Maul in
even
general,
that's
it's
blocked.
everything is blocked by Blade Maul. No, this is just the Spectre Dispersion specifically. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, yeah. So BKB actually is not that good against Spectre. It only prevents the Radiance. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, then Satanic, like you said, you won't sustain, right? And actually, Satanic now also dispels, so that would be good
Super
against
good.
the Slaughter and the Treant as well.
And
Yeah.
it's on a lower cooldown too. It's like what 20, 25 seconds or 70, 75, something like that. So
Yeah, I think it used to be 35 and now it's 20. Let's see. 25. Yeah, from 35 to 25. It's really good. And it cannot get dispelled anymore.
right. Yeah. So that's so the basic spell on BKB though, like it'll dispel you and then make you spell immune. So it's kind of like you have a period of time that you know you don't have to worry about spells, but
Well, that's the thing. Some
satanic
spells.
some spells. Right. Yeah. Some will pierce it. Yeah. But
And that's the thing. So
but
exactly against these, for example, Treant ult and Slaughter ult, because they pierce anyway. So you just want to remove them. And yes, BKB would remove them too, but you don't benefit from the rest of the item. And then the cooldown of BKB is like you don't buy BKB to just dispel something, right? Then you would rather buy Satanic or Manta, which can do that on a much lower cooldown and give much better stats too. Because the
Right.
stats on BKB are really bad, right? Like
Yeah.
4k gold for this, super shit, right? You're buying it for the spell immunity, yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike Manta, right? Like look at what Manta gives you for slightly more. Like way more things, yeah.
Yeah. You even get move speed. That's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, for most heroes, this way you gotta like should have some item that comes to mind. Axe is another one. So what item comes to mind when you think about Axe? Don't think about you being Arc Water, just in general, like all the items. What items are good against Axe?
So like Yules,
Yes, Yules.
um,
And then for heroes that
I would say Force Staff or like anything to keep your distance from him.
actually Force Staff, not so much. Uniquely against Axe. Why? Because if you get called, you turn to face the Axe, right? So
Yeah.
you can't Force Staff somebody out because they will be facing the wrong way most of the time. Right? You'll be Force Staffing
I
them
was
into
thinking
Axe.
forcing him, force him
Okay.
into like the wrong position or something.
That could help, but again, that require him to face the a certain way.
Right. Okay,
So
okay.
because it's BKB piercing and it cannot be dispelled in any way, the only choice you have left is status resistance, right? So Sanji Yasha.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, both those items. Don't get me wrong. Like both those items are bad on Arc Warden, but
Yeah.
you should still just be aware.
Status resistance is maybe okay. Like Sanjin Yasha should be okay. I would think on Arc. Like
I think you need
not
more
terrible.
reason than just an axe, right? If there are a couple
Okay.
heroes where it's good against, then maybe. But just for an axe, I would say it's enough reason to get it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe if there's like an axe and a Magnus or something, maybe then.
So I know for like maybe like a year or so ago, status resistance was a big deal. It kind of got nerfed. Is that
It's at a very strange spot now. Like it was a big deal because you just bought Sanji Ash Satanic on every hero,
yeah.
and then you got like a lot of status resistance.
Right.
But now it's no longer on Satanic, only Sanji Asha. So yeah, it's in a weird spot because Sanji Asha is like not a high cost item, but it's the only item that gives status resistance. So you'll see still a lot of carries just buy Sanji Asha somehow, second item.
Okay.
Like either Battlefield into Sanji Asha or Maelstrom into Sanji Asha, because it's still kind of like early timing item, like cheap stats. You
Yeah.
want to have it at some point anyway. So yeah, I really expected it to get changed, to be honest, in this patch, but it didn't. So yeah.
Interesting. So do you think status resistance? Were you expecting status resistance to get nerfed again, or?
No, I was expecting
Or the item
to
more
add
expensive?
it again to different items, right? So it's more of not such a like brainless choice every time. Like in my opinion, it should be paired with some stats that aren't good, right? Like I think an item similar to Nullifier, right, which has really awkward stats. Like nobody's like, I need damage and armor and HP regen, so let's get the like. No one ever said that, right? You
Yeah.
only buy it for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
active ability, and you kind of
Interesting.
you take the stats as a the shitty stats as part of the cost, right?
Sure.
And in my opinion, status resistance should be the same, right? It should give like garbage stats plus status resistance, so that's the only reason you buy it. Whereas right now, it's like, who doesn't benefit from a little bit of strength, a little bit of agi, a little bit of move speed, a little bit of regen amp? Like, all these things are good on every hero almost, so
Yeah.
it's too much of a straightforward choice. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Anyway.
No.
Okay, so yeah, you're kind of getting the point here with the item builds. Yeah, if you're feeling up for it, we could do like a live game at Arc.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Go ahead and queue. This time I'll be able to, I won't have to leave like last time. I felt pretty bad about that, but
That's all right. It happens. It's fine. We got a late start because of the coordinator. It was outside of your control.
yeah, the corner was a little bit wonky as well. Classic.
Yep. Just went down randomly. Right. Like my game literally popped, and as I clicked accept, the little bar at the top said coordinator being updated or coordinator connecting or whatever.
It's basically like a private message from Gaben telling you, nope, you're not playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. So it took like another 5 or so minutes or whatever for that to resolve, and then find a game after that.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
Quick reminder on the mute all incoming chat, especially with Arc Warden, it's gonna be very like the hero takes a lot of focus. So
Right.
okay, so we want to focus on like what we're actually working on this game. So it's gonna be I'll be helping you with the the builds, depending on like as the heroes are being picked. I will tell you, okay, this and that hero, probably this is a good idea. Also, another thing with build is like, you don't generally, you can have an idea for your full build, but you can't decide all your items at the start of the game. Because like, as we mentioned, right, it's different items depending on which hero you want to deal with, right? Like this game with the Weaver, right? If the Weaver, is doing horribly, is like 0 and 10, is not a factor, then obviously there's no reason to buy a Hex to deal with him, right? Just focus on dealing with, like, let's say the Raid King was really strong, maybe get Skadi to reduce his lifesteal or whatever. And then in the same way, if it's the other way around, like if the Weaver is the issue, then okay, you might not have enough damage for Raid King, but you want to counter Weaver, so you're gonna buy a Hex, right? So because this happens a lot, like when I'm live coaching people, one guy in particular, every time like he buys his item, he has 0 gold, and he's like, okay, what do I buy now? And I'm this probably been like, we had the same back and forth like 30 times. I tell him, you have 0 gold right now. By the time you have gold, the answer might be different, so there's no point thinking about it now, right?
Right. That's fair.
Especially after you're like, once you're reaching like 3rd, 4th, 5th item, you don't want to buy the components either, because the components, first of all, show your choice to the enemy team. Second, they lock you into that choice, right? You can no longer adapt. So generally at that point, you want to save a bunch of money and immediately buy the full item.
Okay. Yeah. So once you get your like kind of start going and you get your basic items, your second half of your game, you just buy items outright.
Yeah, more or less. Unless there's a clear reason. I mean, obviously, like let's say with the Abyssal, you're obviously gonna buy the Basher first, and you could even like buy the Basher, buy a different item, then finish Abyssal, right? But for example, buying an Ultimate Orb for the Skadi, that's hardly ever necessary.
You're really telegraphing. You're really communicating what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, I'm getting a Skadi, better watch out, right? Like, tell them 5 minutes in advance, right? So it's kind of pointless.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So you do want to have some surprise factor with your items.
Yeah, with some more, especially with an item like butterfly. That's probably the biggest one because obviously, if you
So the easier the item is to counter, the more surprise factor you want.
yeah. And again, with the first ones, obviously it doesn't matter because like everybody knows you're probably gonna buy a farming item, etc.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to. There's also thing like hiding the mule there. Like that's a given. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially an item like Hex, that's even more because that's where the first reveal of this item could net you a kill, right? Like this Weaver, like let's say hypothetical Weaver, when he knows that you have Hex, he's gonna start playing differently, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be more careful. So that's all the more reason to not buy any of the components, and then suddenly the next time he sees you, boom, you have a Hex, he dies. That's the classic like. He gets pinged and oh my god, our Warden has Hex. I didn't know, blah blah, right? Like, that's what you want. Like Hex and Orchid and Blink. These are like the big reveal items. BKB also.
Okay. All right. So we just had a game pop.
Nice. All right, I'm ready to pop in. Watch the draft. Is it a bad arc game when the enemy can kill your clone easily? Kind of. It's. I wouldn't say it's that much about the clone. It's more about the gap close, right? Arc is kind of like a sniper type hero.
My team's looking at Silencer and Underlord.
Okay, pretty decent. Arc Underlord is pretty nice together because, Underlord defends very well and Arc is a late game hero. They fight in a similar way, like you set up somewhere. And you have all the shit on the ground, like the pit and the spark rates, and it's like so hard to maneuver.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
You could pick at second phase if you want. I mean, it's... Wait, actually,
So
you're mid, right? Or safe lane?
Yeah.
You're mid, okay.
I'm mid, yeah. My safe laner's thinking about Jug. Should I pick or should I let him pick?
Okay, no, then let him pick the Jug. Yeah, it's better, yeah.
Yeah, he just picked. Okay. Yeah, Jug is just such a general hero.
Yeah.
So Arc still looking okay?
Yeah, of course, Shaker. So yeah, what you don't like to play Arc against is basically gap close heroes, right? Like
Yeah.
PL, Ember, any of the spirits, PL, Void, that kind of stuff. So yeah, this looks like a perfect game. Nobody on their team has any built-in gap close.
All right, let's do it.
When it comes to this, basically Arc is like a sniper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Viper. I mean that's the perfect. That's actually a very good matchup for you.
Excellent.
No pressure. Big expectations.
All right. No, I've played enough games with Arc now that I feel like at least the laning phase I can do okay.
Yeah.
There's I'm sure of course room for improvement, but it's doable.
So
yeah, basically what I'm looking at when I see this is a bunch of slow heroes that I just want to sit in the back from and just blast and just
they are very tanky. Yeah, so ironically this could actually be a pretty decent dataless game potentially, but we'll see. Do you are you buying bottle on Arc?
Normally do. Normally every mid I buy a bottle on these days.
Yeah, just because the runes, it makes sense. Yeah.
I also do this really cheesy thing where I put down wraiths on the
on the bounty. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like good. It's a little mana expensive, but I feel like if we get
at the cost of one clarity to get an extra bounty, it's worth it. Yeah.
Right.
Your team wakes up though.
I do get a clarity. Hey guys, are you Hey guys, are you guys there? So let's fight for the river rune.
Oh man, you're way too nice. I wouldn't say it like that. Are you guys?
People tilt so easily in this thing. Like I've had especially recently, like the last week or so, people who just like run down mid or it's not so great.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, you never
Jug
really
disconnected actually. Huh.
Yeah, let's pause for him.
Okay, so good thing to point out here actually, item wise, the Lich Shield is very important to keep in mind because it's I don't know if you know exactly how it works, but it gives 60% physical resistance,
Oh wow.
which is separate from armor. It basically stacks with the armor.
Mm-hmm.
The way to think about, like, imagine, hitting Bristleback from the back, how it takes reduced damage, that's 40%. This is 60 from everywhere, right? Physical. So extra incentive to go, on their MKB, right? Because then at least the magic damage will not be reduced. And potentially nullifier later on, if the game calls it. But probably not, so...
Okay.
Also, building for attack range is going to be pretty good here. Getting the talent and then the Dragonlance allows you to sit further. There are plenty of spells that you want to keep your distance from, right? Like the Ravage,
Echo Slam, all that stuff,
etc. Yeah. Just go for the top one maybe, because they're all bottom.
Yeah, it looks like they're...
But nobody took top though. I guess your team can take top. I mean, you cannot help this guy, right? Like, yeah, you can right-click the shaker, but
I can kind of...
mostly it's
Yeah,
waste
I'm
of time.
not gonna get in there. Yeah.
So for the lane, mostly you just wanna, use your spark rates to secure the range creep, and that's about it, right? Like.
Yeah, I'm not super great at that, like, cause it feels like maybe every minute or so it kind of changes. But we have a Jug DC, so we will see if
What you mean, the HP on the range creep?
Yeah, like how many ranged attacks I need to do. I think it's like maybe the very first one is maybe 2,
So
and then I put the wraith down.
I mean, it helps to just click on it, right? Because then you see the HP, right? Like
244.
you do a quick left click. Right? It's and your spark rate, does 100. So right now, if it's at 1/3 or less, you'll kill it.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, you don't need necessarily to be the one pre-clicking. Like right now, for example, if in 1 second you take a step forward, you put the spark rate, you hit it once. By then, your melee will also have hit it like 3-4 times, and it's gonna be a last hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that just comes with the... I mean, it's not like, when I lane, I'm like whipping out the calculator here to...
Yeah, but it, like, if you're used to playing Arc Warden a lot, you probably have like this like just memorized.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for every hero, because, getting the range creep is quite important, so... Alright, that was
I missed that.
Unlucky.
Wow. Yeah, like,
yeah, I think because you hit the Viper instead of the creep once, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a big deal anyway. So yeah, then that's why at level 3 you want to take Spark Wraith again. I don't know if you usually do that.
Maybe.
That makes things a lot easier. Damage goes up to 170, so basically, if the range creep is at half HP, it will kill it. So that's easier to see, right?
Right. Oh shoot. Uphill miss. Unfortunate.
Yeah, sadly, Jug is
just not here. He's just not here.
just queued for a game and then MIA.
Okay.
Oh, you got it? Nice.
Yep.
Gonna eat a cookie. Sorry for the noise, stream viewers, but at least the student doesn't get distracted.
So I want the wraith.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I need 3 hits plus a wraith. Always will get the ranged. But you don't have to be the one pre-hitting it necessarily, right?
Okay. So now I'm gonna kind of just go get the runes, I think.
You could try to get both, I guess. I mean, he didn't go for the top one yet.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
And with the bottle, you can even put some spark rates on the stairs in case he does try to.
He's been real lazy. He's just not going for it.
I mean, might as well drop a. Alright, never mind. Because you were like
I see.
overfilling the mana.
mana.
Yeah.
Free mana, right.
Oh, he's back.
Jug is DC'd. Oh, he came back. Okay. Ah, shit.
So like here it'll be easier to aim for this range creep with the Wraith because it's to the side, right? It's not in between all the other ones. However, you do want to first do the hits and then do the Wraith, right? Not the other way around, yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was fortunate.
That was a kind of lucky one, but nice.
Yeah.
You got a lot of mana and you need to pop bottle anyway to heal, so yeah, you can put the rate now. It's the melee will get it low enough.
Okay, cool.
You can flux him here, he has no creeps nearby. Just do a bit of damage. And there's water runes again, so...
Okay.
Yeah, you could just grab it. If he comes to fight you, your spells are effective. He didn't go for the bottom one yet, so now he can start spamming spark rates here. And if he tries to go for it... Yeah, you can like just put another one and like now he can't really go for it, so... Nice. Yeah.
Let's wait this out.
Drink the bottle, yeah.
Yep. Oh, that guy came all the way down here and found me.
That's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Viper is 6 now, we gotta be a little bit careful. Till you
Okay.
hit 6 as well. It's a little bit stronger. Because you got a bunch of denies.
Yep.
Yeah, when you hit 6 you have very high kill potential, obviously.
I essentially get a DD. It's pretty nice.
But even better, right? Because double flux too, which is double the slow. Double the deeps. Yeah. Oh, no reason to cast that when he's next to the creeps already, because...
Well, most people here have no idea how this thing works. So you
shit.
can just kind of do it. Yeah, I'm kind of dead.
Fairy. I think you might have lived with the fairy. Yeah.
Right, sorry. Alright, let's pick up this thing. Boots next.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, you were literally one creep off of 6, so just had to wait a little bit before getting aggressive.
Okay, yep.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, I should have picked up the Warden.
Now you can put a spark rate here, and if he comes, you just go on him.
Are fortified.
I should check for the runes as well.
He might have taken it if it was there, or if it's bottom, he's already going for it, so...
Yep.
Yeah, you wanna keep the ulti for the potential kill though. Right, because now you kinda just use it for nothing.
Okay.
Now you're not really threatening for a while. He is low though, but yeah, still. Oh, that's an illusion. Alright. That's probably the real one, yep. So level 7 you should take Flux. Can deny your range maybe, try. Ah, up on this.
Miss. Yeah. Okay.
He's got, he went straight Mithril Hammer, that's interesting. Yeah, so save your ulti for when you're level 7 and then like if he's out of position with level 3 Flux and 2 casts of it. Definitely you're not gonna get any last hits with Flux though, don't do that, just
Okay.
chill. So yeah. Just auto attack the creeps, you have more You could pop a bottle charge, get some mana.
Okay.
About to hit level 7 here, so if he has no creeps, you could try to get aggressive. Yeah, like right now, his range creep is dying. You could go for him. Oh, there's a haste rune though. Ah, shit. Yeah, you can't kill him, he's gonna grab the haste.
Yep.
At least he has no bottle, but you're gonna have to wait for that to expire.
Mm-hmm.
He might be ganking top, so just go ahead and push the lane now. Yeah, he's probably killing the Underlord. Who, if he reacts, he could TP out, but... a bit late there. Oh well. But yeah, when you're the enemy mid ganks, you wanna take that opportunity to pressure the lane a bit.
Should I drop my ult?
No. Again, you're saving the ult to actually kill him.
Okay.
He's gonna come back now. You can send out your boots and your mangoes. He's gonna come back with his ulti on cooldown and also with no haste anymore. Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah, you can't do it now because at the tower and because next creep wave is arriving. Like all you need is to make sure he cannot get near the creeps easily. Yeah, so like again, like even if he doesn't know how the spell works, he already is next to the creeps, so it does nothing, right?
That's fair.
You're like 1 creep away from 8 now, then you get the maxed out flux. So if you kill the ranged here, you could then, like, then he has no creeps nearby, then you can try to get him. Yeah, now if he shows up, level 4 flux, right? Ulti flux again, chase him. Oh, your real hero went a bit deep, but...
Yep.
Yeah, now his creeps arrived, or whatever. At least you can, at least don't die, keep running. Alright, there should be a bounty for you there. Oh, you can flux and spark right here and he dies. Oh, regen, don't let him get regen, don't let him get regen. Run. You can flux him. Nice, okay, you got him. Alright, this was very awkward, but it worked out in the end. Definitely gonna see that in the replay later, because yeah, anyway, now he maxed the Spark Wraith.
The Spark Wraith? Yeah.
Yeah, careful Shaker. You could check if this bounty is still there. Might be.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah, that was pretty lucky. I got a
Poodle's
lucky juke on the Shaker. And,
he's Guardian, he's not used to this hero,
I'll
so
just get a stealth.
gotta take it step by step. Can't also talk to him about aggro now when he's, you know, still struggling with the spells a little bit. Nah, don't dive.
Yeah, I can't.
It's gonna be bounty rune and action runes in 1 minute, so yeah. Then you can just go farm this camp. Yeah, I mean, nothing to wait for.
Okay.
Only spell worth using is Magnetic Field, really, and you want to kill this ghost first.
Your bottom tower is
Okay.
under attack.
Because it slows your attack speed and everything.
Yep.
And hopefully get lucky with the neutral item.
That would be nice.
You can hit this camp now. I mean, you can kind of migrate to the jungle at this point because, yeah. So if you kill the 2 small centaurs first, then you can flux the big centaur.
Okay.
Alright, not worth fluxing the small ones because they have low HP anyway.
Yep.
At some point, maybe drop a Spark Wraith on the action rune to see what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Oh,
There.
that's good. Yeah.
Your bottom tower
You are underestimating the range there a little bit, I think, on the Spark Wraith. If you hover your mouse over it, you'll see the circle.
Oh, that is pretty big. Yeah.
If you Spark Wraith here, it kills the range creep, the left one. Yeah. Nice. He has Maelstrom, he's a little strong right now, but anyway, I think just focus on the farm, get your Midas. No need to think about killing the Viper right now. Yeah, just go back to farming. Take the Spark Wraith.
dire structures
Right.
are fortified.
Just spam the spells now because you have Arcane Rune. You can use, you know.
Oh, right.
all the spark rates and the runes and everything. Yeah.
Is it worth
Actually,
using my my ult.
Viper's bottom, so you can push mid now. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, pop the clone and push mid with both. Again, you want to punish the fact that Viper leaves the lane.
Okay.
Try to hit some spells with the clone. Yeah, just throw everything.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
You can flux him here, but don't chase him. Just hit the tower now. You're not gonna kill him anyway. Alright, Lich came. It's good enough.
Your
Just
bottom
chill.
tower is under attack.
Okay.
You have a shovel. Maybe you dig up a bounty.
Your bottom tower
Yeah,
is
close.
Okay. I feel like he has vision here. He de-warded me earlier.
Maybe. You shouldn't think about the 9 creeps like at this point, you know, past 10 minutes, generally speaking. Careful, careful. You're like 1 creep away from Midas, so just finish the Midas and
Okay.
get the farm. You're not strong right now. Yeah, go back, go back.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just go farm the triangle right here. Fuck the lane. It's for somebody else. Even if you kill the shaker, like it's doesn't mean that it's a good idea to be doing that or to try that. It's not what you want to be doing right now. Yeah, go triangle. You
Right.
can double Midas the big camp there. Oh, nice bounty, perfect.
your middle tower is
So you want to Midas the tomato, right? The red Ursa and the centaur. These are the big creeps.
Okay.
your middle tower is under attack.
Oh, it's that was not quite the right one, but anyway.
Oh, sorry.
The yellow Ursa is level 4 and the centaur is level 5. But yeah, no worries. It's a small difference. Use field with the clone, yeah. And you want to hit the big troll, the big golem, yeah, which are.
Okay.
Yeah, you are stepping a little bit out of the field actually, so
Oh, okay, okay.
try to put it slightly closer. And you have a solve, so you can tank a little bit. It's not the end of the world, right? It's gonna have to
Okay.
use that solve at some point anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got field again. Yeah.
Okay, so the next item is Maelstrom.
Yes. Alright, mid is empty now. You can, after this creep, go back to mid. You wanna.
Ooh.
You don't wanna fight there, but you wanna protect the tower a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
You could kill the Lich probably.
Tower is under attack.
He's even tanking the tower, it's crazy. Yeah, you can. If you flux him, he's dead. Flux. And another spark rate and the clone, also flux. Oh no, I had to flux first with the clone. Shit. Close. Oh, you got it actually. One more spark rate here. Try. Nah, never mind. Midas with the clone before it dies. Midas, nice. You go Midas with the hero as well. So your priority when going for a solo kill like that with the clone, you need to get the double flux off, because the slow stacks. And after that, you can start spamming the spark rates and right clicking.
Okay.
Okay, go back here. Keep running.
Oh, that was close.
Just dig up
At
a
least
solve.
I ate an ult.
Yeah, easy
Oh,
solve.
yeah. Perfect, perfect.
Yeah. Again, you don't want to be fighting, especially. I mean, you can solo kill support if it's free, like you have ulti and they have no creeps nearby. Otherwise, you don't want to be fighting them because, like, it's only potentially good for them and it's not good for you. Oh, nice grab. He has blink actually, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I saw something out. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to do that.
Okay, so 10 seconds Midas, and you know the clone was similar. So keep pushing mid, keep pushing mid. Mid is empty now.
Okay.
So you can Midas and you know clone Midas as well, and try get some damage on the
Okay.
tower. See if you can get to tier 1. Send the clone to start hitting the tower already. Yeah. You know, field with the clone first, because you know it's gonna expire first. You could put a spark rate here to scout for people coming.
Dire structures.
Okay, also one here to see TPs.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, just TP
TP.
in the middle of the lane.
Yep.
You could chill a little. Dig, nice.
Oh, I need to remember to dig with the clone because I can do that.
Yeah, it's like it gets quite overwhelming every time you make the
Yeah.
clone. Like the Midas cooldown, the digging cooldown. Yeah, it's actually
Yeah,
there's a
there's a
dragon
lot.
skill. You should grab that. That's really nice for you because it gives you more tower pressure.
Your top tower is
Okay.
under attack. Dire structures
Jug went
are fortified.
first item Mjolnir. Not bad.
Okay.
Your top tower is under attack.
Oh wow, yeah. Yep.
Your top tower has fallen.
Yeah, next tower you want is the tier 1 top, so you wanna slowly move there. Don't TP there, just move to the triangle, farm the triangle, and then you start playing top lane.
Okay.
Gonna have double Midas soon again.
Under attack.
Double Midas the
Sounds
big
good.
camp, and you can then farm the ancients with the clone right clicks. Nice. Go ancient farm. Ancients. Where's the clone going? Yeah. And there's also
Yeah.
another shawl on the ground there. I'm reminding you also to dig with the clone.
Okay. Yep.
Is that a bounty or what was that?
Salve.
Ah, okay. Not that cool. Okay, you got the
Okay.
you got the Maelstrom. You can send it out. Also, the dragon skill. Yeah, it's already on the career. Nice.
Okay.
Top. Remember we said you want to play top now.
Top right. Okay.
Already
top,
took the mid tower, so tier 1 top is next. Once you get those
sounds
two tier 1 towers, then you can chill again, play more defensively. So click some spells here, don't overcommit, don't run in too deep. I think Shaker might have blink, not sure. Flux him. Nice. Remember the Flux is the priority where you want to cast, yeah, nice.
Okay.
Nice. Alright, cool, awesome. Now you can, yeah. Now push the tower.
Okay.
You got Midas. Range creep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange because
Does it matter which creep that I minus
yes,
or
yes,
is
it does.
Okay.
it amplifies experience, and the range creeps gives more experience. I mean, catapult give the
Okay.
most. Actually, it's almost the same. Catapult gives the same as range creeps. Yeah.
Okay.
But Midas in catapult is nice because it saves you a lot of time towards ranking. Okay, go back now. Go back. You're not strong enough to take the tier. You can send the clone on the tier 2 if you want to do some damage, but you go back with the hero.
Okay.
Also remember to Midas something with the clone.
Okay.
The next creep wave is coming right here. You can Midas there with the clone. Or a neutral, yeah. But go back with your hero. Oh shit.
Oh. Fuck.
Alright.
Okay, I think I'm okay. I have a salve.
I'm not so sure about that. Try to run into these trees and TP out if possible. Oh, shit. Okay, just flux and try to kill him. You're not gonna escape. Alright. Oh well.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, so there what you want, I mean it's okay, I mean it's part of getting used to the hero, especially like it's a calls that you're not used to probably, but so you were here right when I mentioned you can send a clone. The way you want to
Yep.
micro this is you just with your real hero you just click for him to go into these trees, for example. That's like a safe spot, nobody's gonna find you there. You just
Yeah.
click once, go in these trees, and now you're free to micro your clone and your hero's in a safe spot.
Okay.
So that's what you had in mind, you know, to do. It's just instead of going here, you went here, and that's a dangerous spot. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Edge of the map. This is the safest place. Here and here. These are the safe places that you want to chill with your real hero. You know, obviously apart from the base, but you know, can always go with base. So.
Okay. DD Shaker.
You want to Midas?
They're all here.
Yeah, if you think they're there, you can just pop a Spark Wraith. Give you some vision. Midas, nice. Okay, that's your travels. Send them out.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, Jug is super farmed, but he went for this strange glass cannon build.
Okay.
And his ult is on cooldown.
They're wanting to fight.
So right now you want to play here basically, triangle and the top left corner, right? Like shoving that lane in. This is your real hero should basically never go out of these places, almost never.
Yeah, just stay safe. Always be in the.
Yeah. And occasionally you can TP your clone either mid or bottom to also pressure those lanes. Right now, be careful though. Especially don't stack up like this. Is so bad. Like you should stand here.
Okay.
Like if Shaker's there, boom, that's a 4-man echo, right? If Tide is there, 4-man damage. Yeah. So yeah, you want to play, you know, in these trees. You know, you duck out to get the wave. You come back into the trees, and if they're coming for you, it's gonna be for me. They're all bottom right now, so you're safe to push. And for example, you could TP your clone to the tower mid to get some deep push going there.
Okay.
You're gonna have like a very small window to Midas on the clone. The cooldown is up soon, but he's gonna also expire soon. So spam Midas on the next wave. Midas the carrot. Nice, perfect. Okay. So here there's a Wraith King. He's a little bit stronger. Yeah, he has Radiance.
I'm gonna probably sneak this card.
Yeah. I don't think he didn't even notice you, yeah. So you can now farm, I mean you could walk like this again. You still want to be top.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Again, yeah, you're not leaving, like I mentioned, top.
Okay.
This will be a decent game to go BKB. They have a lot of magic spells to dodge, so after Mjolnir, probably BKB is gonna be a good choice. If you actually want to fight them at some point.
Okay.
You can TP your clone to help with the fight. Actually, never mind, they're all dead. So, just kidding.
Oh, okay. I'll send a mid.
Yeah. Wraith King's fighting it. You can use the field and everything. Try to. Okay, nice. He doesn't know about the evasion. Oh, you're actually gonna pop his reincarnation. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I don't think I died either. I think.
Yeah, I think he didn't get the gold, so that's pretty cool. If you had Mjolnir, by the way, there, it would clear all the creeps. That's how strong the Mjolnir is. I'm pretty sure you can keep going. So now this is the time you want to be in these trees. And then you see if they're still bottom, which they are, you can keep going, right?
Okay.
You could just put like one Spark Wraith here on the stairs in case somebody's trying to, you know, TP's outpost and is trying to come.
Okay.
Okay, level 3 clone. You can send it mid. Or send it to hit this tower. That also works.
Okay.
Yeah, now you could TP triangle and keep the clone here to hit the tower.
Okay.
Remember to Midas also.
Yes.
Yeah. So magnetic field with the clone. Have it hit the tower. You're almost gonna get the tower, nice. And now you can Midas here with the hero, get the bounty.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually walk back to top now, because it seems like nobody's defending there still.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty nice too. Okay, now Tide TP'd. Yeah, with your Mjolnir, you have a lot of damage.
Okay. That's good. So I'm a little afraid of Tide.
A little. I mean, he's tanky, but he's not that much. So now everybody's missing. You can send the clone instead of your real hero to shove this lane, and you
top
keep.
lane.
Yeah, like so. This is now it's dangerous to show yourself like this. So
Okay.
go in these trees. These trees.
Okay.
Here. Again, if they're coming for you, they're coming from here, right? They're gonna be coming from where you were trying to run.
That makes sense.
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
you can, you know,
This is
again,
my clone bottom.
yeah, you could chill here with the hero. Eventually they'll have to respawn on other lanes. Keep an eye out for the Midas cooldown on the clone. You're gonna have a 3-second window to Midas something.
Okay.
Maybe this camp. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can
What should I do with my hero? Should I send him to
you can
triangle?
TP here, I guess, and get them wave that's coming. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Midas.
Alright, there's a big fight mid. You can TP your clone mid to be in the fight while you keep pushing with the hero. Keep pushing with the hero, the lane, yeah. Just A-click like that, yeah. And then
Okay.
control the clone. Nice. Very cool. Oh,
shit.
you kind of missed that wave, yeah. I'll also
missed
I'll also
that
tell you how you can easily like do shift Q A click on the minimap. Like there's these little tricks that make the whole micro stuff much easier.
Right. Yeah.
To be honest, I agree with you that should go for non-active items for now.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of BKB, you could go
Dragonlance?
into Skadi. Seems kind of nice.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going now. Looks like they're all mid. You can TP the clone bottom and keep pushing top with your hero. And this way you're gonna be pushing all 3 lanes.
Okay.
Really
sounds
closing
good.
in the map on them. So yeah, push bottom, you're gonna have Midas on the clone. Midas the Carti.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you think of the hero though. Yeah, just field and hit the tower. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Dire structures are
Okay.
fortified.
Chill a little bit. Glyph used. Midas some neutral. Tide TP here.
There's a yep. Tide's coming in.
Yeah, I also get the urge to play heroes when I coach somebody on them. Alright, have fun, man. See you, Poodles. Thanks for watching.
Okay. So I can send my clone bottom. Is that good?
Yeah. It's good. You can pressure the tower. Force somebody to TP there. Grab the neutral item, send it to base.
Okay. All right. So next item would be
Scott.
MKB.
Scotty.
Scotty. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
They got some quiet region heavy heroes. Also, Jug went like full damage dealer.
Plasma cannon.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Also, Scotty combines really nicely with the Orb of Destruction. Even though the Orb, it's pretty interesting because the Orb values depend on whether the user is melee or ranged. Scotty values depend on whether the target is melee or ranged.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, even in the both low value scenarios with Orb and Scotty, you're slowing for at least 40%, which is pretty good. And yeah, remember, no need to buy the components here. Just wait to have the full item. Grab the bounty.
Okay.
You wanna push this wave that's coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, generally you wanna prioritize creep waves, and you only go for neutrals when there are like no waves to push.
Makes sense.
Psychic headband, pretty worthless. No, it's on you. Yeah. Yeah, I can see you're not used to using the A click, and that's when you get used to it, it's gonna help you a lot. You can send a clone bottom. It's right. Oh, you TP the real hero. Anyway, don't cancel it now, but shit, careful. So you want to run into these trees now?
Okay.
You can still TP the clone somewhere to use Midas. Or try to Midas something with the clone. There's nothing to Midas. What else? He killed them all before he could, yeah. Anyway. You have it again in 10 seconds, so no worries. And also then you could TP your real hero back to top. You could Midas something here though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful, Shaker might jump you. It's a bit risky.
Yeah.
So yeah, TP with your real hero top. No, no, no. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, whatever. TP the real hero triangle, I guess. Just you want to get out of. You don't want to be bottom with your real hero ever.
Right.
So just TP here.
Okay. Okay.
And then farm nations or something.
Okay. Pretty close to Scotty.
Yeah. So it's exactly because you don't want your hero to be bottom. That's why it's so nice to send the clone there.
Right. Yeah. So is it like terrible for me to do this to this Underlord?
No. No, no. He should be
Okay.
leaving that for you. It's normal.
Okay.
No, man. The clone bottom. Always the clone bottom. I mean,
Okay. Okay. Clone bottom. Got it. Clone.
a real hero is never bottom, and that's why usually the clone goes bottom.
Okay.
Alright, you can meet this wave that's coming soon.
Okay.
Tide is not that scary. I mean, you can't kill him, but he can't kill you either, so...
Yeah.
But remember, you're here to kill the creeps, not the Tide, so... Got Midas. Alright, now
Okay.
spawn the clone, TP at bottom. Right, it's a
Got
big
it,
juicy
bottom.
wave. And your hero stays top.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. And these guys are just fighting, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
600 for Midas or Scotty. Pretty close.
I mean, it looks like you're not... It might look like you're not doing much, but you are actually, because... Like, you constantly shoving these lanes is what's enabling your team to be able to, like, 5-man like this. Run around, fight all the time, yeah.
That's good. Cool.
Your grace is noted. Visibility.
Midas with the clone?
Oh,
Oof, clutch, close. Alright.
yeah.
You can have the
thanks
courier
for,
bring your Scotty.
Okay.
And yeah, just keep pushing. You're gonna have clone in 5 seconds. You want to send that bottom again.
Okay.
Again, you just want all 3 lanes to be closing in on the enemy team. That's, you can map maximum control the map that way. So now just select the clone and A-click somewhere here, and that's all you have to do.
Has fallen.
Okay.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Okay. All right. Got the Scotty as well.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, just swap out the bottle.
Okay.
Alright, team is already getting racks mid, so you can start pressuring the other lane. Top.
Should I help them at all?
I mean, you're getting the building, so no reason to stop.
Okay.
Dire structures are fortified.
You can tank the tower. I mean, they're all dead. Like, no reason to be that afraid. You have 3k HP, right? You got magnetic field for the evasion.
Okay.
And I'll just have the clone here and just hit the racks with both hero and the clone.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, try to put your bubble like this. Alright.
Okay.
So that Jug can also be in it while hitting the buildings. I mean, Jug is not interested in hitting
Right.
buildings anyway, but yeah. Yeah, I can see the Scotty slow really coming in nice there.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Enemy's top barracks has fallen.
Enemy team is upset. Well, pretty easy game to be fair. Like, yeah, your team will definitely play better than them, and you didn't need to do a whole lot. But still, there's
Always nice.
a lot we could learn from this. So yeah, here you want to put the bubble like this,
Okay.
like touching the building that you're focusing, so your melee heroes can benefit.
Oh, yep. Oh well. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay,
Yeah.
so a lot of stuff though to talk about. So I mean, first of all, what did you notice? Like, what felt different from what I was tending to do compared to what you would normally be doing?
So normally I do try to keep my hero like away from things. So the biggest thing I think was like Midas timing, making sure that I was staying on the Midas. I would not have gotten Scotty right there. I would have probably gotten like MKB or a damage item. That the Scotty pickup I think is the biggest thing that I would not have done.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, item build, like, of course, that's we did discuss that. And what about like movements, steeping, like where you played? Would you have you done this before? Like sending the clone always to the
Yeah, always to the side lane. Yeah, I always send him to the side lane. I always try to go to one lane. I always try to go either top or bottom. I'm not too picky on which one.
Okay.
And I send the clone to the other one.
And that here's the problem. You should be picky on which one. And
Okay.
very, big reasons why. Always, like, so the quote-unquote dangerous lane is your safe lane. I mean, I know that sounds retarded, but it's called safe lane in regards to the laning stage. But after that, it becomes the dangerous lane. Why? Because that's where the enemy really wants to push. That's the towers that are most valuable for the enemy to push.
Okay.
So if you're also there with your hero, you make the choice very easy for them, right? Like, we just go there to kill the arc, and then we're also on the lane that we want to push anyway.
Okay.
Whereas if you play on your off lane, that's the lane they don't want to push.
Yeah.
And then it's like, do we take the objectives we want, but then, arc is nowhere nearby? Or do we focus, right, on chasing this arc around, but then we're playing in the part of the map that we don't want to be playing at?
Right.
And also because you're much safer, like way, way safer in the triangle than you are in the bottom jungle. Yeah. So, yeah, long story short, if you're Radiant, your hero plays top and your clone goes bottom, like after the lane stage, when you have travels, etc. With, of course, the occasional like exceptions, like you can sometimes go mid, clone goes mid, or your hero goes mid, or whatever, but for the most part, yeah. And if you're Dire, right, it's the opposite, right? Your hero plays bottom, your clone goes top.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see what else. Lane stage definitely could use some work, and we could try some 1v1s there to help you out. I mean, it's just, again, I can see that's a little bit overwhelming. You're trying to get used to the hero, you're trying to do a lot of things, think of a lot of things that aren't so important. But if you get the timings a little bit better, you're gonna, be able to crush games. Because
So like when should I be completing Midas? Like 12 minutes or so, or even faster than that? Maybe like.
It really depends. I would say also depends what else you get. With bottle band and boots, I would say like maybe 11 to 12 minute Midas is okay. Yeah, 15 is definitely on the late side. Let's see what timings you usually have. 11, 13, 19, 14, yeah. So it's not like how to say, like, like game losing if you get it late, but there needs to be a good reason for that, right? And this game, like, it's not like you were pressured at all, right? I mean, nobody ganked you really. A shaker came, but it wasn't really like a serious attempt.
Okay.
Viper wasn't, too threatening either, so yeah, basically, like, you had quite a bit of time wasted. And the other major thing, which I think will have the biggest impact, right? I'm gonna show you how to use Shift Q and how to click on the minimap, etc. This will make the micro much easier for you.
Okay, cool, cool.
Because it's quite rare that you're gonna be like simultaneously like actively controlling both your hero and the clone. Most of the time you just shift Q some A clicks with one of them and then you focus on controlling the other one. That's how it usually goes, right? So gonna show you that in a sec on split screen. If you want, let's take a quick break.
Sure, sure.
Like five or so minutes.
That's
And,
fine. Yep.
Yeah, then we can continue. So you can also take a stretch after this game.
Yep.
It can,
that sounds good.
for me, it's stressful to play Arc. If you're also listening to me, I imagine it's extra intense. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Ark is definitely a hard, complicated hero. But the more I've played him, the more I've actually liked him. I kind of like the challenge, even though it's such a struggle. But
For sure,
I
and
do
it's after that, other heroes are gonna feel super easy. That's the other part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, all right.
That's
Let's be right back. See you
Sure,
in like
thanks.
5.
Okay.
All right, be right back, guys. Hey, I'm back.
Awesome. Great. Cool.
Alright. So, by the way, we had those plus 10 minutes from last time. Also, we started at 5:20. So, we have until, 30 past, I guess.
Okay.
But if you want, I have time to also do 3 hours if you want to do an extra game or so.
Yeah, I
After-
can do that. I can add an hour. Yeah. So how do I do this? Just go to the schedule thing and add an hour.
Yeah, if it lets you book it for right
Okay.
now. Let me see if that's gonna work. If not, I could do it. Just a sec.
Okay. Sure.
It's a little bit buggy because there's like a buffer time for how soon you can schedule, and yeah, I guess it's best if I do it. 1 sec.
Sure.
Okay, you should see it.
Okay, I'll refresh. Okay, calendar view thing. Accept.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Funny that you have, by the way, the rage face icon, because you sound very
Well,
calm and not ragey.
I do my absolute best to be like that, but you have to understand, like, when I first started playing Dota, I was like that face. I was very rage induced.
Yeah, I think, I mean, that Dota naturally brings that out in people, and it is definitely a learned thing. I've been pretty calm about Dota for like many years now, so I don't even like hardly remember. Like a lot of people tell me like, oh, other high MR players that rage a lot, right? But you're so relaxed, etc. But I also definitely used to rage a lot. I used to get super emotional. I even remember a few times like crying about the game. And granted, I was younger, but but yeah, it's a learned thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think a few years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I think is when I don't know, like Dota would make me so mad that it eventually pushed me to a point that I was like, I like hit a point of zen where I was like, it literally pushed me into a point of zen where I was like, I just have to be totally detached.
Rage overflow. Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pretty much. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the lobby real quick to show you this stuff.
Okay. Cool.
You see my screen, right? Wait, there's
I do. Yeah.
new player bots. I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. So it's not so much about like playing Arc, right? The micro aspect. It's not about being like a StarCraft pro with a bajillion APM and
Right.
switching like 5 times per second between the two. It's more about like these intelligent little things that make your life easier, basically. So we have let's say these items, right? Whatever. Level up. So, right, get the level 3 ulti, get the spells. Both these talents, by the way, are pretty decent. I would say attack speed is for if you feel like you need to hit the timing soon. Like let's say the game is kind of rough, you need to get relevant quickly. If you feel the game is going to go later, the CDR is definitely better. All right, because you can buy.
Okay.
I mean, you can buy plenty of items to give you attack speed. The only item that gives you CDR is Octarine, and you don't really want to buy that. So, yeah.
It makes sense. Okay.
But anyway, for this, it's kind of relevant which one you get. So, let's say you are here, right? So I'm gonna type spawn neutrals. Let's wait for the creep waves to actually arrive as well. So you gotta like always think, like I mentioned, right? Like one of the two, hero versus clone, you're gonna control actively, and the other one you just A-click. So first of all, you're aware that you can A-click on the minimap, right? Or no?
Yeah, yeah.
So if I A-click here, I'm gonna farm this camp. Wait, hang on. Okay. Okay, pathing is a little bit wonky sometimes, but if I'm here, if I'm standing on the camp and I click here.
Yes.
Wait, okay. I guess I have to aggro the camp first. Alright, now if I click, it's gonna finish this camp and then it's gonna go and farm this camp afterwards. Alright.
Okay, cool, cool.
Through the lane it's easier, yeah. So like let's say right now, I wanna, you know, like we said, TP the clone bottom, and meanwhile I'm gonna use my hero actively. So I'm gonna spawn the clone, immediately, you know, select it, TP bottom, Shift Q A click there, and now it's done, right? Now I'm controlling my hero, right? This took like a second. I don't know if you saw what I did, but I selected the clone, I pressed TP, and I held Shift and I pressed A click somewhere here on the minimap, right?
Okay.
And now my clone's gonna just auto attack in this direction until it dies. Alright, so I don't have to worry anymore. Obviously, at some point, you know, I might select it for the Midas. By the way, even when the clone is dead, you can still select it here and see the Midas cooldown. So you know, like, when you want to spawn it. Right, so you want to avoid, like, having it expire just before the Midas is ready, because then you lose Midas efficiency, right?
Right, right.
So for example here, because I'm in kind of a dangerous spot with the hero, I want to have my attention on the hero, right? I want to be playing in these trees, putting spark rates here, like keeping an eye out for somebody coming for me, etc. But let's say I was farming the jungle, then, you know, I don't need to pay attention to that. So then I could actively control my clone, right? And then I would spam spark rates with the clone, you know, target the right creeps, etc. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing. Now, what else? Other minor tricks. When it comes to Mjolnir, so you want to have an estimate of how much, you know, damage at various points you do, like, you know, what you can kill with what items. So let's say, yeah, and the other thing is, again, you're using it generally, like, you care more about the creep waves than the heroes, unless you're actually going for a kill. So let's make the bots high level as well. So like, let's say right now I want to send a clone bottom again. Right now I'm gonna AFK with the hero here, so I can control my clone, because I saw there were some heroes here. And I want to get ready to hit this tower with the field. Yeah, so now I'm gonna do this, hit the tower, and now I don't care anymore. I see everybody's mid. Okay, I pop out here. Try to get some push going there. And because this is a tier 1 and I can backdoor it, I just do this. You know, I can pop Mjolnir, quickly clear these creeps.
Okay.
Get the spark rates here, yeah. And let's say I still want to keep my attention here, so again I'm gonna do the trick where I TP it, Shift Q A click, and I don't have to, you know, think about it anymore.
Okay.
They, I don't know if you know, but they increased the AoE in which you could TP around the tower.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, they added a bunch more trees. So what that means is most heroes you can't realistically, like before it used to be you just cut these 3 trees, you can see teleports. Now you cannot cut all the trees.
Yeah.
But this is actually a huge advantage for Arc, because with Arc you have spark rates that give vision. You don't need to cut all the trees. But you should still be aware of like where to place those rates, so that you do get this vision.
Okay.
Right, so the radius is, it doesn't actually say for some reason, but we could, you know, see it on our own buildings. So this is about 600, I believe, or 700 maybe even. So right here, there's multiple, oh, actually, wait, is it the same as the attack range? Okay, it's 600, yeah, it's slightly lower than the attack range. So this circle, slightly lower than that.
Okay.
So for example, here I would need another one, and maybe here one. And maybe, yeah, and here one.
Okay.
And this way you can see all the teleports, and you cannot get surprised, basically. Yeah, I mean, on bottom you see was pushed by the clone. Yeah. And again, every time you're not sure what's happening, right, just hide in the trees with the
Hide in
hero.
trees.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the safest place. Again, if they are coming for me, they'll come from where? From here, right? Like from this
Right.
direction, this direction, this direction. they expect me to run straight back to base. They'll try to backstab here, right? So that's why edge of the map always the safest place.
Okay. Okay.
And also, they don't know if you're. They might even see you running into these trees. And sometimes you're gonna run into these trees to TP out. Sometimes you're gonna stay there, and they cannot know that. All right.
Okay. Okay.
That's why that's so important. Yeah. Now I'll just quickly show you again. Don't have to get to that part yet, but the various kill combos basically.
Okay.
The most stable is Swift Blink. It's better. It's better than before. It used to be so red. Shadowblade. Swift Blink is better. It's more damage. It's more expensive, but that's actually a good thing on Arc because you farm so much. You
need something to spend your money on.
Exactly. You get 6 slotted pretty quickly, and both the Axe and the Axe Shard aren't very good, or at least they don't really increase your damage, and that's pretty sure that's intentional, right? Because if they did, it would give Arc way too much room to grow.
Yeah.
At the scale. Yeah.
So, do you ever are the Ags or the Shards ever really worth it on this hero, or is it
I would say
extremely situational?
I'll say the Axe pretty much never. It's just pretty shit. Considering you're gonna need a slot, you can assume that it costs not 4.2 but 5.8. 5.8 for this effect is a huge scam, right? Moonshard is generally not so worth it either, like 4k gold for 60 attack speed, but it's still way better than this, right? So
Okay.
if you have, I would buy Consumed Axe when I have 6 items, not counting the travels, right? So 7, maybe even 8, maybe like a Backpack Refresher or Backpack BKB, plus a Consumed Moonshard, and only, so 7 or 8 or 9 slotted, only then I would consider the Axe, right?
Very, very, very last thing.
Honestly, even then, and that because that's probably 60 plus minutes into the game, it's probably better to have a backup rapier, right? Just chilling in the base, so that if you have a rapier and you die, you can buy back and have another rapier. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much
So
never.
Pretty much never buy it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
That's for the
Shard.
Axe.
What about the Shard?
Shard is okay. Shard is much cheaper, obviously. It's okay. I would say you're basically getting it for the magic resistance, so it could actually be quite nice against Zeus, maybe against Tinker. But still, I would buy it after all the essentials. So basically, after these 3 plus another 1 or 2 items, maybe at that point you get it. Yeah.
Okay. So very situational and even still delayed.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Right. Yeah. So for killing combo, basically you want to pair gap close item, which, like I mentioned, either Blink or Shadow Blade, and I'll say Blink is just superior now, so pretty much always the Swift Blink. And you want to pair that with an active, catch / disable item, and basically choices here are, Orchid / Bloodthorn, Hex, and Nullifier.
Okay.
Potentially Abyssal, but not really. I mean, the old Abyssal with the jump was kind of worth it. Now it's pretty meh. So yeah, Hex or Bloodthorn or Nullifier, depending on what you're dealing with. So if we quickly go through your recent games and see if you wanted to get to this solo kill build, which one would you go for? So here we see this looks like a game to not go for the Hex. Basically you want Hex against squishy heroes that can actually die during the Hex, and otherwise have a lot of items to somehow get out. Generally that's going to be int heroes.
Okay.
In this case, you're not going to kill all 3 of Spectre, Dawnbreaker, and Slaughter are hella tanky. You're never killing them during the Hex, so not so much value there. Obviously, this guy can pop BKB, but if he BKBs every time you Bloodthorn him with a clone, that's not bad. Yeah, so you want just straight up damage, and Bloodthorn is the right call here. There's also not that much to remove with Nullifier.
Okay.
I guess nullifier value could be here for the Slaughter. It removes his sprint and his Crimson Guard, potentially. Yeah.
Okay.
That's for that game. Let's see this game. So this is great game to go Hex in. You have two very clear targets. Slark, that's obviously like a squishy, slippery hero that you want to lock down. So Hex is great there. Again, you're not going to solo him, most likely, with the Hex, but you know, you control him also for your team, which is good. And Lion. Lion is a hero that you can reliably kill during the Hex. Right? He's generally quite squishy. So again, we're not, like, you know, answer that question. It's not like buying Hex to kill somebody. No. It's for Lion, mostly. And maybe Slark sometimes, if your team is there.
Tower is under attack.
So you know you're pretty much, like, you should never ever be hexing the Ogre. Unless it's like some very, you know, unexpected situation.
Your middle tower.
You should pretty much never be hexing the Axe and the Loon as well, right?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay.
So you get, yeah, the gist of it. And then let's say you have these items.
Under attack.
So Swift items, Scythe. I wouldn't get them straight after this. Maybe one more damage item and maybe like, yeah, let's say you get MKB.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Item, Monkey. X. What is it called? Vice?
Vice. Yeah.
Sheep, I think. Yeah. They have like weird names. You gotta like just know them, I guess.
Okay.
So this is kind of a glass cannon build, but it can be, you know, this is good for games where you're just splitting, you don't want to join fights directly.
Yeah.
This gives you very good solo kill potential, right? So let's give, I mean, obviously enemies will be tankier at this point. Give bots item, heart, I guess. That's quite tanky, but so let's see. These two are dead. But yeah, let's see the burst potential. For some reason, I have very high thing. Oh, it's fixed now. So you go in. So yeah, you can see it's quite a bit of burst damage you get, right? It's perfect with the Swift Blink. Gives you the bonus damage and attack speed for a little bit, just so you can try to burst somebody during the Hex. Let's see on the Viper. Oh, actually it's expiring. Let's make a new one. So let's say I'm trying to gank this Viper. Obviously we have the Wind Ranger helping too, but yeah, you can see it's quite a bit of damage. And especially supports, you should pretty much always be able to, you know, kill 100 to 0, and that's really strong considering it's the clone, which, you know, doesn't risk anything by going in. Yeah, so that's for later. And then the build that you went that game that I suggested, right? Dragon and Skadi. What the fuck? Okay. This is more of a, you know, sit back, be tanky, and, you know, do a lot of damage. It's not so much do a lot of damage, but you know, provide the slow, heavy slow, because you also have the Orb of Corrosion. Sorry, Orb of Destruction.
Yep.
And because you're juggling full glass cannon, right? So you're kind of enabling a team, and because they had heavy regen heroes, right? So when like Tide has like 40 HP regen per second, this guy's life stealing, right? Like we said, the Skadi ends up doing, you know, effectively doing damage, right? Because it reduces the heal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So those are mostly the things to look at. What else do we? Yeah, so there was the Satanic, which could have been a decent option later on that game if the game went on. Allows you to man fight. Oh, MKB we mentioned. And I guess the Manta, like I said, sometimes can be quite nice. Give you that Dispel. And what else? Yeah, if you just need damage, then like I said, Daedalus can be okay. But again, ideally at a later point. Daedalus would fit really nicely with the Swift Blink and the Hex. Just gives you that huge burst, right? Immediately takes someone out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest thing is this, you know, moving around the map with the clone and the travels and, you know, A-clicking, etc. So before the next game, what we're gonna do is you're gonna go into the lobby now. We're gonna recreate a certain time in the game.
Okay.
Let's see. So it took you 5 minutes to farm the Midas. Sorry, the Maelstrom after the Midas. And Maelstrom is 2700, so that's like a bit over 500 GPM, which it's not terrible, but it's not great either. Actually, there's another way to, if you want to judge your farm in a game, another thing to look at, this is quite useful, you can do this yourself as well later. So take the match ID, and we go to Open Dota. It's very similar to Dota Buff, but it has some additional info. Oh, nice, it's already parsed. So you click on Farm, scroll down to this part. So here, basically breaks down your last hits per minute.
Oh, okay, nice.
Which is quite nice, and you can basically see like if this correlates properly with your item timings as well. So what do you notice? This is starting to look good. So 100 creeps in 5 minutes. That's very nice. That's very, very high.
So how do you see 100 creeps in 5? Oh, from 30 to 35.
See,
Okay.
the plus is how much you got in these 5 minutes. This is what you want to look at, the plus.
Okay.
So from minute 5 to 10, you got 16. From 10 to 15, you got 20. 15 to 20, you got 26. So this is where something, you can see that here's a clear discrepancy. Something doesn't make sense, right? Because you got the Maelstrom at 20, 21, roughly. And yet, between 20 and 25, you got 2 creeps less than you got between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
Right. So how does that work? You get the Maelstrom and yet you farm less. Right. And keep in mind, it should naturally also go up because, well, there are more creeps on the map, right? The number of creeps per wave increases, etc. You get more mobile, you get more damage. So for example...
Yeah, I'm guessing I died or something like that.
Yeah, so for example, you can look at this part and be like, okay, let's check out this replay. You know, what the hell was I doing between 20 and 25 minutes? Right? That led to this. Let's see. I'm not sure you died, actually. Or maybe... Ah, yeah, that's where they... Yeah, that was with the play there on the top lane, I think.
Yeah, I like miscontrolled my hero, I think.
Yeah, that might have been it, yeah. But yeah, so you want to look at this and... You know, these numbers should more or less correlate with your items. And what you were meant to be doing. The only reason why it should drop is when you actually stop farming and you're trying to end the game, right? You're trying to go push, etc. You hit some timing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That makes sense.
I would say let's let's create the point. I mean, because going up to the Midas is a little bit boring. It's just you're gonna ask it on the lane. Yeah, let's recreate what you had at 15 minutes and see how long it takes you to reach the, you know, the full travels plus Mjolnir on top of the Midas.
Okay.
So at
Sounds good.
15 minutes you had this. Level 11, boots, band, bottle, Midas.
Okay. So I'll go into like demo mode.
I'll let me invite you. I'll make a lobby.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
You play on US East, I remember, right? Is that right? Or West?
Yeah. Either one.
Okay, let's go East.
Okay.
Let me turn off the bots.
Sounds good.
Cheats are on. Just click join next to me.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, alright. So I'll give you the commands that we're gonna write down to recreate that scenario.
Sounds good.
Just random, doesn't matter what I'm playing. Can't skip this part,
Okay.
unfortunately.
It's alright.
So the purpose of this, I'm not sure we did this before, but in the real game, right, like, you just have so many other things to think about, keep track of, and it distracts you from the farming itself. So that's why people end up not farming very well, even though the farming itself is very simple. So that's why when you do this, there's nothing else you need to think about. Just how do I get, the maximum amount of GPM possible. And so you can focus on all the little things like how do you move with your hero, where do you go, which paths you take, which creeps you hit first, which creeps you hit after, which creeps you target with which spell, etc.
Okay.
So no, so you can sell. I'm gonna just drop all the items you have right now, except the fairy fire, I guess, and I'll write for you the commands to get the necessary items.
Okay, sounds good.
So you want to type -item wraith, item Midas, should be Midas,
Okay.
item brown, I think it's for brown boots. No,
Maybe boots.
I guess boots, yeah, because boots used to give you travels, but maybe it's boots. Yeah, it's boots. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And you add a bottle, I guess. Not that it's super relevant, but whatever.
Okay.
And then you type level up 10. That's gonna bring you up to 11.
Okay.
Skill, whatever you had skilled there. I think it was like 4141 with flux down. By the way, since you're not really looking to fight that early, first of all, second of all, yeah, the points in magnetic field do impact your farm. So yeah, you want to skip the 10 talent until later, and instead level the magnetic field.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're gonna move your mouse to somewhere here around the tier 1 mid tower, and you write teleport. That's gonna put your hero there.
Okay.
So you can wait for the creeps to arrive.
I'm ready to fly.
And I mean, move in your items because they're all in your backpack, and you can just drop the other shit. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, level up the spells, and yeah, now you're free to farm everything. The point is try to get as quickly as possible to. Yeah, you're about to miss a creep, and that's why you, like, be careful.
Yeah, it won't let me level up while I'm paused.
Ah, okay, there we go. Anyway, it's fine. So
Yeah.
try to think about every time you go to farm a camp or a wave. Try to think about where you're gonna go next. Yeah.
I missed that one.
So, for example, why did you spawn the clone here?
Midas.
Okay. But then what? How can you get maximum use of the clone? Do you need the clone and the hero's DPS to kill a creep wave? No, right?
No. Yeah, so maybe I'll send this guy over here to this side camp to farm or something. And
The clone?
yeah, I guess.
Well, the clone is not gonna farm the camp though. It's gonna take like one creep maybe. So the best thing to do here is to, so you can select your hero, Shift Q a move command here, and then Shift Q attack on the ground here to make him auto attack this camp.
Okay.
Then you forget about the real hero, and you just focus on the clone to cast some spark rates and to last hit all these creeps, and to use the magnetic field also. Right. So try that.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, now you go back to your real hero. Okay, so that was pretty good. Obviously the idea is, you know, plan for yourself. And ideally, the best, you know, use of the clone, unless you're actually pressuring the tower, is to get ancients, right? Because they're the tankiest.
Okay.
You did take the talent again, by the way, which eventually you shouldn't.
Oh yeah, I thought I was trying to build the same.
Well, okay, fair enough. But so in general, like, yeah, the magnetic field points really matter. Also, to the point where sometimes you could even leave the flux at level 3. Or like if you're up against a hero that you're not gonna kill with flux, you can prioritize the magnetic field just to farm quicker. So how come, for example, right now you're going back to mid instead of the other camps and the ancients?
Oh, okay. I thought I wanted to send my clone over there. I guess I have 23 seconds, so I should go.
Send your clone where?
So I send my. So I don't have a clone for 23 seconds. So I guess the clone does the lane, and I do the ancients.
You mean in general or right now?
Or right now, right now.
So right now, when you're still weak like this, you should be doing ancients with your hero and the clone, right? You need the double field. The field is what helps you take ancients at a reasonable pace.
Okay.
So essentially, you're gonna have 7 seconds because 2 fields, boosting both you and the clone's right clicks.
Okay.
The thing where you like you split up with the clone, that's later once the clone is actually, first of all, higher level, higher duration. Second, it actually has, you know, damage to do stuff on its own.
Okay. So like so like right now, doing the ancients is more valuable than getting this wave.
I mean, if it's a real game, right? At that point in the game, like you don't, like, this is dangerous, right? You're walking into the river. Right, we're recreating a scenario of like 10 plus minutes in. You're a 330 MS hero with Brown Boots Midas, right? Your job is to farm. You don't want to be part of any fights. And walking into the river like this is not very safe, right?
Okay.
Whereas the triangle is, and that's why, yeah.
Okay, so that's, got it, okay.
So for example, and the other thing is, again, we're talking like strictly about farm, right? So that's gonna come also experience, but estimating how long it takes you to move from camp to camp, how long it's going to take you to kill a camp. So right now, from where you're standing, if you had to, just off the top of your head, how many seconds does it take you to reach this hard camp?
The ancients or the...
This, do you see my pings?
Yeah. I'd say 15 to 16 seconds.
To walk here?
Yep.
Okay, that's way off. My guess would be about 7, and you can actually do the math. You look at your move speed, right? So 7 times 330 is about 2.3k range, which maybe it's a little bit more than 7. Trying to estimate it with my mouse. By the way, do you have 2 screens? Like, are you able to see my screen share as well as your game, or?
So I'm able to see like half of it.
Okay. No worries. I mean, I'm not showing anything super important right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, 16 seconds is way off. Like 16 seconds, you can reach the tier 1 top. So let's try right now. I mean, we could test it, right? It's 118. Immediately click to run to the hard camp. Let's see how long it takes.
Okay.
So it was 18. Let's see. So 25, now 7 seconds passed. Okay, so it was more like 10 seconds. All right, so a little bit in between, yeah. But to be fair, you already reached though, because you could have started hitting it from further away.
Yeah, from about where that tree is.
Yeah. Okay, so now remember when I told you, right? First kill the small centaurs, then use flux on the big one. Right, that's like how to use your spells and damage effectively, because Arc doesn't actually have good farming spells, so you gotta think. So you would use like 1 Spark Wraith to hit a Centaur Courser, the small guys.
Okay.
You know, then kill the other one with right clicks. Then when this big Centaur is only left alive, you can use the Flux and maybe another Spark Wraith. So how long do you think it's gonna take you to kill this camp? Roughly.
Maybe 10 maybe a little more than 10 seconds, around 10 seconds.
Alright, again, way off. No, you're super weak right now. It's gonna take a hell of a lot longer than 10 seconds.
Okay.
And again, we can do the math. You hit about once
Okay.
per second, right? If you look
Okay.
at your attack speed.
Okay.
And if it was only with attacks, you would need, you know, plus minus, what, like about 5 hits on the small guys each. And then like another 20, no, like 10 to 15 hits on the big guy. But so at least 20 attacks, right?
Yeah, at least.
And that's you know, almost 20 seconds. Okay, the spells decrease that a little bit, but definitely more than 10.
Okay.
Why is this important? What do you think?
Give me some timing for, because I have my clone's coming up in 12 seconds, and the camp will restack in about 30 seconds. So, there's a stacking opportunity.
Yo, Capiza, what's up? Exactly, stacking is super important. Not only this camp, but also the ancients potentially. Now, Ark is not a great ancient farmer until you get more items, so you don't actually. It's not actually a good idea to stack the ancients because you're not going to be able to farm them at all. So another play. How long do you think it will take you to farm the ancients?
I'm gonna guess like a minute.
Yeah,
Like a
like
minute.
hell of a long time for sure, especially without the clone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also look at something else to consider. Your Midas. Right? 2 Midases coming up soon because you use both pretty much at the same time, right?
Yep.
So in 40 seconds, you're gonna have 2 Midases. Which creeps do you want to target with a Midas?
The biggest, most experience given creeps.
Exactly, exactly, right. So what happens if you now kill this camp, right? Just as you kill it, your Midas is gonna be ready, right?
So I would guess the best thing to do would be kill the small guys, stack the camp, leaving the big blue guy, and then kill him, kill him with the ancient, with
Midas.
with Midas,
And kill the other
and
big
then
creep.
kill whatever. Yeah.
The other big creep with the other Midas. Yes, I agree, except instead of, if you kill the small camp, you're gonna have to wait, because killing the small camp actually does take just about 10 seconds.
Okay.
So instead you can start working on the ancients, right?
Okay.
Without actually planning to, you know, just start right-clicking the golem. For, you know, right-click the golem for about, you know, 20 seconds or so.
Okay.
You can use a magnetic field, whatever. Hold the ulti. I mean, you
Okay.
you could click and see how much is the Midas cooldown on the clone.
49 seconds. So there's a 10-second.
Oh,
gap.
actually longer than the current one, yeah. So basically just auto-attack the big golem until you can stack the medium camp.
Okay.
Then keep hitting the big golem until the Midas on the clone is ready, and or close to ready. And then spawn the clone and do the whole double Midas thing, right? That's basically the best way to do this, yeah. Again, obviously, like, we're pausing the game, talking for 5 minutes about, and you cannot pause the game in, you know, a real game. But the more you do this, the more you get used to it, and it's gonna come naturally, like, later at some point while you're playing.
Right.
So go
Just
ahead.
kind of happens.
Yeah. And it's another thing where you can, like, judge how far. So you don't have to go this far. You can, like, basically stop somewhere here. When they reach you, you put the magnetic field, and they will give up soon and start walking back. Keep an eye on the stack timing. You want to stack that camp, remember? Yeah.
I think that's pretty close.
Yeah, you managed.
I think I
Alright.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so now,
Balance the
yeah, you wanna spawn the clone soon. Get the Midases going on the big guys.
Your middle tower is under attack.
You know, remember to use some spark rates as well. You wanna Midas that other big one. And now you have some time left in the clone, so you can use a magnetic field and hit the ancients with that, right?
Okay.
And just use all the spells on the clone, it's dead anyway, so. Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever, yeah. Keep hitting the big golem though. Why? Do you know why you're hitting the big golem, not the small ones?
Because he's the hardest to kill, and I'll eventually get my.
Because no, it's simpler than that. He gives HP percentage aura.
Oh.
He makes the small guys
Did not know
tankier. So by killing the big guy first, you're essentially, you know, clearing the camp in the way that requires the fewest hits, the least hits.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, almost every. I mean, there's a bunch of creeps like that that give some kind of. So the black dragon, the big one, gives an armor aura. So it's pretty much the same case. Always want to kill that first. And the pink bird, the wild wing ripper, also gives an armor aura. So those are creeps you always want to target first.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I always did it the other way around, where I killed the or if I have a farming item, I always target the biggest one because there's splash damage. But without it, I always target the little ones first. Because I just figured it was keeping me alive better, but that's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. By the way, you're full mana, you're not using any spark rates. So that's a loss in farming speed. Significant loss. Like right now, you just spawned the clone, right? Like what is this clone gonna do?
Midas.
What?
The range creep.
Okay, and then what?
Farm this wave and I go back to the jungle. Because
With the clone?
No, with the hero.
Okay, I'm asking what is the clone gonna do, right? So you want to make the clone is only 18 seconds, like 22 seconds actually, but you already spawned it. You want to have maximum use of those seconds with the clone.
So I thought he could take the wave.
Okay, it's enough time for him to take the wave solo. Then, but if your real hero stays here, then that's a waste.
Right. So the real hero should go in the jungle.
Yeah, so the real hero should fuck off, right? Or you could have used it differently. Again, you could use it to farm it, but that will take. You have to wait for them. So again, you need to think like everything is about like efficiency, right? If the real hero, because you already, I can see that you were just about to cast magnetic field with the real hero, and that's a waste.
Okay.
Right, because the real hero is gonna go farm camps.
And he needs the magnetic field, right? Okay.
Yeah. So that's why pretty much you always want to cast the field of the clone first, no matter what, whether you're staying together or not. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, this is like, it's not particularly complicated. It's just you don't have time to think about the stuff in the real game. That's why we're doing this lobby shit, so you can spend all your concentration thinking about this now, and later it's just habits, right?
Yep, it just happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be quiet now for like a minute or two, so you can do your own thing and distracting you. Just do what you think is best, and then I'll make some comments again.
Okay. Oh. It does take a long time.
But how come you're not using any spells, man?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So I pretty much always want to kill this big guy first, no matter what.
Unfortunately, your clone dies like 2 seconds before its Midas is ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Your middle tower is under attack.
That is unfortunate.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Onward. Good enough.
This is just for me, by the way. No. Oh.
Oh, do I need a dagger?
No, you don't. You don't. This is Never mind.
That was my
I fucked up because it gave me AFK status, so you're getting my passive gold, so we're not seeing it very clearly, but we could just look at last hits instead of gold, I guess.
forward.
I probably should pick this up. Actually, is it better to finish the Mjolnir or get boots first? I guess boots,
The
right?
travels for sure, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna look at how many last hits you have by 10 minutes, I guess. Because the gold thing is gonna be inaccurate.
So be it.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh wait, I was muted. Wait, did you hear me what I said earlier, or?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, my bad. I said I fucked up because
My bow.
it counted me as AFK, so you're getting my passive gold, so you have way more gold than you should have.
Oh.
So instead of
okay.
looking at the gold, we're just gonna look at the number of last hits by 10 minutes.
Okay. Sounds reasonable, sure.
Buy this on the real hero.
Oh, right. Oh no. Feels bad.
Balance the scale.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. How many last hits do you have?
83.
83, okay. So let's write that down.
Okay.
So now, just real quick, we're gonna do the reverse. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna show you basically
Okay.
the stuff that I'm talking about in practice. You don't need to be in the lobby.
Okay.
I'll kick you from party because I'm sharing screen, right? So you can just see like that.
Yeah, I can just watch that. That's fine.
Alright, let's go. We're gonna do another live game, probably. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick look at those moments in that game. Alright, fortunately, I can skip ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Has been
So,
from its intended form.
start game, spawn neutrals, teleport,
Prepare for battle.
then item wraith, item boots, Midas, item bottle. Yeah, so we're copying this. I'm
Okay.
having some high pain, not sure why, but anyway, shouldn't matter too much.
Okay.
So I'm heading into triangle. So I want to pay attention to what second I'm heading into the triangle at. And I want to plan like what I'm gonna do. I still have Midas on the clone. So considering that I can Midas the big creep, I can actually have the clone clear this camp. Without the Midas active, it wouldn't be possible. And in the meantime, I'm gonna clear this camp with my hero, and then that should leave me with enough time to also stack the Ancients, because both of these camp clears should take about... It's gonna take the clone like 5 seconds to walk from, you know, here to there. Another 10 seconds or so to kill the camp. This shouldn't take too long,
Okay.
and that will give you enough time to stack Ancients. And I'm not gonna farm the Ancients right away after that.
Okay.
So I'm quickly clicking everything. Because I'm not strong enough to actually farm them yet, so I'm just gonna stack them and then walk away. Save that for later.
Okay.
And because I'm walking here anyway, this is very important also when you do this. You wanna have your paths be smooth, right? So I'm walking this way anyway to stack, so then I'm using that movement to go for this camp and back for the wave. Right? You wanna avoid standing still, you wanna avoid walking back and forth and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And another small thing with damage wise, right? This does 310. It's all nukes. It matters also AoE, similar, whatever. You want to make sure that it's doing the full 310 damage. So right now, 2 creeps. On which side am I gonna put the spark rate?
Left.
Because this one has less, so if that one gets hit, it's not gonna do the full amount of damage.
Right.
This one I'm not going with the last hit, so I'm putting the spark rate. Because I was out of range to last hit with my hero.
Right.
Okay, this was a very unnecessary miss. I mistimed that.
That happens.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use the thing here to last hit it from a distance as I walk away. I'm gonna go back into the triangle. Slight misstep there. Click my clone. Midas is still not ready for a while. I do want to Midas this, so... Exception, like normally you would kill the pink guy first, like I said, but because I want to Midas it, I'm gonna kill the small ones. And I should be able to Midas it in time to also have the camp respawn. Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna start working on these. Dragon and Golem buffs up the camp very much, so it's gonna take a long ass time, but check the Midas, it's up soon. Can already spawn the clone. I'll still spam the spells. Alright, got the big dragon. Time to work on these. Having the clone tank, because it's gonna die soon anyway. Now I keep hitting this guy. Don't need to worry too much about getting the ancients stacked here, because again, I'm not that strong. Let's see, it takes forever anyway.
Right.
Could have stacked this actually. It's a bit late. Could have stacked the small camp. Clone Midas in 40 seconds, so I definitely don't want to be spawning it yet.
Okay.
Once again, because of Midas, I want to kill the small guys first, so I can then Midas the big one.
Okay.
Well, normally we'll be killing the big one first.
So if the Midas is up, you kill the big one immediately, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
You're
only killing them because your cooldown's not available.
Yeah, you just need to think ahead, like, I'm gonna have Midas in X amount of time, and you want to make sure that it has a target. So now I'm gonna send the clone to the lane, because it's gonna have Midas soon, and I want to Midas a range creep. Meanwhile, my hero can right click here.
Okay.
Right, and I want to get maximum damage. And I'm taking some damage with the hero, but it doesn't matter too much. Just jungling.
Yep.
Alright, so got the maximum use of the clone. This was a mistake. You know, I blocked the ancients. You can see I stood in the fucking circle, but yeah.
It's okay. Yep.
So yeah, the point is I'm not doing it perfectly, but it's so you see like what kind of stuff you should be paying attention to.
Also, you have some distraction in the fact that you're explaining everything as you're doing it, so...
Yeah, of course. So here I walk away because I know the flux damage is gonna finish it. Now I'm heading back to the lane. Let's see Midas clone cooldown. Yeah, it's always gonna be a bit... So now the triangle is all dead. I'm taking a Midas in 15. I don't want to Midas the next wave. It's gonna... I don't want to wait there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna head in here a little bit. I can stack this camp with the Spark Wraith. And meanwhile I'm gonna Midas the Centaur. Should be in time to let that camp respawn as well. Okay, I was late on the stack here. Mistimed the... This guy should have Midas soon. Slight mistiming there, but... Yeah. So I want to keep this guy on this half. He's gonna finish this camp with the Midas. Meanwhile, real hero should be already clicking this. Got some time left, so I'm just gonna drop some Spark Rates on mid or something. That's one last hit that I wouldn't get otherwise. Yeah. So it's just this constant like evaluation. It's not about making the perfect moves per se, but it's constantly measuring like what is the best use of your time right now. So here I'm gonna clear this camp, stack Ancients, because now with the Maelstrom I do clear them at a decent rate, even if they're stacked.
Okay.
Yeah, use some spells there to make sure it goes fast enough. Stacking Ancients, moving here anyway, so while I'm waiting for the stack, I'm just gonna kill this camp real quick. And now... Yeah, I'm gonna... Kinda wanna use the clone for the Midas, for the Ancients, but I wanna also Midas with it, right? So I have to wait like 12 seconds to make sure the Midas is up when the clone is... or the clone is still alive. So I'm gonna start working on them.
Alright,
Keep an eye on
good.
the Midas timer. Real Midas immediately running here. And I'm gonna save this creep for the clone's Midas, the yellow guy. So by now it should be fine with the timing. Yeah. Start walking away with the hero, because nothing else for me to do. Midas this, some time wasted on the clone, but whatever, I'm gonna drop Spark Wraiths here, whatever, get some vision.
Okay.
Get some farm on mid. Yeah, it's getting a bit dangerous again, so don't want to stay here too long. Assuming it's a real game. Now I got travels. I gotta start using the travels. Let's take attack speed. Keep an eye out on the clock. I wanna the triangle respawn, and I wanna stack the next Ancients also. So I'm already heading there.
Right. Cool.
I'm gonna spawn the clone because the cooldown is equal to the, you know, on the Midas is equal to the cooldown on the clone. So basically the next clone I'm gonna have again in time to insta Midas. So I'm pushing bottom a little bit. A click here.
Your middle tower is
Bottom with the clone a little bit late here. Just drop a... Or maybe I get one creep or whatever. Oh shit, Ancient stack is gonna be in time. Maybe this way. I think we managed. Nice. Insta Midas. Interesting. Cool. Iron Tree. Alright, clone's gonna be up again soon. In 8 seconds. What am I gonna Midas with the clone? Well, it's gonna have to be a small creep this time. Because no choice. But again, you want to think of this in advance, alright? Immediately Midas. Okay, now I'll go back. Ancients. I got this covered, so I can TP the clone here again. Oh shit, creep's gonna die. Better glyph it. Could take the next wave too, maybe. That's not coming yet, so... Well, I got some tower damage in at least. Now I go mid, yeah. Now big wave using magnetic field just because there's another wave coming. It's gonna make the attack speed worth it. Spark rate to get that one. Wouldn't get it otherwise. As I'm walking to this camp, I already dropped a Spark Wraith from max range to start, you know, aggroing them towards me. Gonna TP the clone top this time, while I take this safe farm. The hero.
Okay.
So... make sure it's clicking. A-click there with the hero. Now microing the clone. I wanted to tank the tower with the magnetic field. Get these creeps fast. Hero is down, send him mid. Tower damage, etc. Yeah, did I forget the Midas? No, clone was cooldown, but we got the real hero here. Let's get this scam, maybe I make it in time to stack Ancients again.
Okay.
Oh shit. Could try and stack him with Spark Wraith. Should work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, but you see, pretty big difference though. 130 creeps in 10 minutes. So there's lots of room for improvement. And also, I made a bunch of mistakes as well, right? It wasn't. This is not the maximum that you can get. If I didn't fuck up, you know, a couple stacks, etc. If I didn't have this stupid ping, which is a little bit annoying. So yeah, lots of room for improvement. Again, arc potential for crazy farm. This is even without the Mjolnir. As you get more and more items, it can get pretty crazy. I can show you actually my... let's see if I can find... It's been a while since I last played arc. Definitely not in this patch. But I had a pretty...
Do you think he's weak this patch, or...
no, I think he's pretty good. I think he's always been... I mean, it's a specialist hero, right? If you can play it, it's good. Especially in your bracket, it's very, very strong. Because most people don't play it, so they don't know how to deal with it, yeah.
That's
I mean,
true.
this was a party game, so obviously it was, you know, not very serious. But let's see. If we look at with Open Dota, we can see the same way the last hits per in the 5-minute intervals, and you can see like how they should be increasing. Yeah, if it says this, you just click parse and you wait a couple seconds.
Okay.
Any moment, there we go. What? It didn't parse. Okay, maybe it's too old or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, we can see the timings. I think I was actually mid this game. Yeah, I think I was mid. Yeah, so managed to get 7 mid Midas, but I skipped everything, right? It was a super rush. I didn't get boots, didn't get bottle.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
triple slipper, and also I didn't upgrade them because I just wanted to get this timing. Yeah, I got the Midas, Mouse Shop 13. I even switched it up a little bit. I went Shadow Blade so I could get a bit aggressive. But yeah, basically, yeah, I kept very high creeps per minute. And I think on my Smurf I had another arcane, but yeah, anyway. Get the gist of it. Let's see.
I think so. Yeah.
Were there any moments worth really looking at this game? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to manage, but the point is to automate as big a part of it as possible.
Yeah.
And then you can actually, think about playing the game itself, right? Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling ready, we could do another game.
Okay. I'll queue another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are actually, yeah.
Yeah, our Arc is there's a lot to deal with him, more than any of the other heroes that I play, but I don't know, he is kind of neat. He I feel like when he gets going and you get all the stuff, if you get your I's dotted and T's crossed, like
yeah,
it's kind of like you have a sixth man. You get to have like a 6v5, and it's incredibly strong.
It's very strong, yeah, and it's not just any sixth. It's like the strongest carry, right? Damage dealer. So.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah, I mean, I have to say for myself, like, if I'm like when I'm playing Arc, the only concern that I have is like how the first part of the game goes, like how much I get pressured. If I manage to get good timing on the Travel Midas Mjolnir, then the game feels pretty much in the bag, or at least like you feel very much in control. It feels like you have to make some major mistakes to lose at that point.
Yeah, yeah,
Or the
yeah.
enemy
Which is a good feeling to have about your hero.
definitely, yeah. It's the only other heroes I feel that way with are maybe, let's see, like super strong late game heroes, like maybe Morphling. It's kind of similar.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Storm potentially, although he's not that good now in this patch.
I feel like there are not a lot of heroes that fit that kind of mold in mid.
Yeah,
like
it needs to be a very
want
mobile
that,
hero.
you know,
Yeah,
Yeah. Like it seems like right now a lot of mid heroes do exactly the opposite of what Arc is doing, where he's farming and getting big and
I mean,
becoming this inevitable force.
it is mostly farming. It's kind of a carry hero. I mean, just because you're playing in mid doesn't make it like a mid per se, right? It's still, and we are discussing carry playstyle also pretty much.
Well, maybe I'll try someone that's a little more a traditional mid, I guess, this game then, to get like a little diversity of.
Are you sure? I mean, because
It's up to you.
let's see what's good for the game, I guess, because you're last pick. But I mean, I feel like because we worked so much in the arc, you warmed them up with the farming and everything. Might be a good idea to play him again.
Okay, to like kind of solidify that.
Yeah.
Those concepts. Okay. All right. Let's see, what do we got?
Did you get a game? Nice.
Oh yes, it just popped.
Yo Marcel, what's up?
I'm just gonna ban Huskar.
5 seconds remaining. Your
Okay, I'll
turn
turn
to
off the
bat.
screen share now. Won't be necessary.
Enemy's turn to pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
So I'll go ahead and show Arc. So
So
hard
things-
support is coming in. Oh boy. Should I request last pick or should I let the safe lane last pick?
I mean, ideally you last pick, but if he really doesn't wanna, then
See if he'll pick. Oh, we got a Legion safe laner. Okay.
Legion Commander.
This is looking pretty good for me. So I'm a little worried about Pudge, but other than that, I think
ooh,
fine.
techies.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Arc is a very good idea against techies because safe push.
Stays. Yep. Stays in the back. You know. Nice,
Less-
nice and safe game.
Less chance to get blown the fuck up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're doing Arc. It's like 3 hours on Arc Warden. Did some farming, practice and everything. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So I guess it's a Necro mid. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Arc is pretty good because you have a good mix of magic and physical. So
So he seems like Necro seems like a hero that potentially would be good for Arc to play against because he has that whole Nether Shroud thing that takes more damage from magic. I think.
yeah,
It's kind of
so-
like Ghost Scepter.
yeah, exactly. So it's like it's better to be the. It's nice to be Arc here.
Okay, cool.
Axe Blade Octarine.
what about the rest of my comp though? So I have like a safe lane Legion
For battle.
that
I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's not relevant for you, is it? Right? Like you.
I'm just gonna do my same thing anyway.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad doesn't affect you. So.
Our
Guys, can we group for river fight, please?
That sounds pretty sick. Yeah, I'll be curious to try it.
I'll start
But
laying
in this
some race
case,
down.
the guy is you know, he's like
I think some of these guys are enjoying a late 420.
between Guardian and Archon.
So
Do they sound high or what?
one of them does, yeah.
Yeah.
One guy sounds a little high.
I would again, never mind. I would recommend you mute them just in case, so you're able to focus more.
Okay. If they start being negative, I'll mute them.
He's still struggling, you know, with
I've
the
lost too many games where my team decides to do something and I just totally
controlling
blind
the
to it.
hero itself. So he's sticking to like a, you know, non-active item build mostly.
If I can get one of those wards in mid, that'd be really nice.
The battle begins.
Well, I mean, the point of Arc is that you don't count on your, you know, making moves
Yeah.
with your team. You kind of control the game yourself. But yeah,
That's true.
it's
That's
up
true.
to you.
Also, these guys are kind of funny. Like, one guy just sounds just totally out of it. Alright, so I'm just gonna pull this wave back. Ah, I missed it.
Denied. First blood. First blood. Come on,
Okay,
Archon,
got it.
it's only
Cool.
kittens.
So we have a Pudge that's killing everybody already. That's kind of concerning.
It's just the first one. Just imagine you're playing with bots, alright, and you're doing your farming thing.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Goal is to get in the zone. I guarantee if you do that, you're gonna win, even if your whole team is 0-20.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had games with like really. Oh damn. Should have stopped attacking. Had games with like really throwy supports, where the supports are, or maybe not throwy, but like they're feeding a lot. It seems to be pretty.
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
Okay. So that's like kind of fine, I guess.
Be selfish.
It's freezing, huh?
Taking a lot of damage.
Might be on your end, man, because it's I mean,
Oh, yeah, almost a bottle.
it shows me if there's any drops, and it doesn't say that there's
Two
any
up
frame drops.
already.
So, is it freezing for everybody else? Yeah, you want to keep your distance a little bit more against Necro.
Okay.
You might have to ferry this. No, you're fine.
Okay, got my bottle.
Your attack range is 625, so no reason to get. He went for bottom water rune. You should get the top water rune.
Okay. Okay, so I'm getting boots first, or finishing my wraith. Finish my wraith.
Yeah. So Necro is a hero that shovels the lane a lot, so you want to be like try and spam some raids and like auto attack the creeps to kind of keep control of it. Yeah, one more raid on the ranged quick before he denies it. Nice.
Okay, cool. So I think at this point I want to click on him some.
Well, that's weird. I guess you're the only one in the chat though, because nobody else. If anybody else, guys, listening, confirm whether it's freezing or it's just on his end. Sag. Immediately rate the range again. Yeah. Yeah, stand further, man. Like, cause you're standing in his aura, which is taking you down.
Okay, okay.
His aura is 800 radius. If you put your mouse over your like attack damage number, you see the circle, which is your range.
Okay.
So that's why he stands forward, because...
Yeah, he's trying to be in your... Trying to bully you, keep you in his aura range. His aura is like a, you know, percentage-based radiance pretty much, so... Oh, yeah, the ranged. Fuck. It's gonna be... almost.
Okay, I need to go get a rune. Okay, I think after this I'll get my boots.
You can flux him here. He has no creeps. You're not gonna kill him though, he has a lot of wand charges.
Maybe.
No, he has 12 wands, he's baiting you, he's baiting you. Don't overcommit.
Okay, okay.
So you kinda spent all your mana here. Yeah, you wanna send out boots. Don't use your clone now because you have 0 mana on it, so it's gonna be useless.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Check if the bounty is still there.
Radiant structures
Okay.
are fortified.
Please leave me the rune.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Nice.
Awesome.
Balance the scale.
But
Yeah, I
how
should
come you
let
run
the
back
main
like
go.
this instead of like this? That's much closer.
Oh, I was trying to meet up with my courier to get my
But why?
mango and stuff. Oh, I don't know.
Because now you missed like at least one last hit or at least XP of it, yeah.
Oh, these guys are like calling me for the pudge.
No, don't listen. Fuck that.
Okay.
Careful.
Where the fuck?
Well, yeah. You gotta run. Try to get the flux with the clone. And then you can try to kill him, yeah. More spark rates. Alright, she got the snipe.
Thank you, thank you.
The action rune is up. It might be top. So after you get these creeps, you wanna check it.
Okay.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Regen? Oh, close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the
That's
bounty as
okay.
well. Tell him to leave you the bounty too, yeah.
Your middle tower.
Oh, please leave bounty.
Yeah. I placed the ward under your sentry, yeah. So try to clear the creep wave, auto attack the creeps, and after that you can spawn the clone and kill him again. Right.
Okay.
Well, okay, now it's not gonna work because you actually did the opposite, right? You were killing your own creeps.
I got the deny, yeah. Okay, okay.
So now his next wave is gonna come soon. When that wave dies, you could potentially get a kill. Yeah, that's why you kind of want to auto attack the creeps too.
Okay. Hole near Maelstrom.
Midas, right?
Oh, Midas, right,
Yeah.
right.
You can also kill the ranged. Yeah. One hit on the ranged, and now we could go. Oh shit, okay. Opportunity missed. When always creeps die like that, that's a free go, right? You get double flux, he dies.
Right, right, yeah, yeah.
That's why you want to keep track of his creeps.
Okay.
Well, now all his creeps are alive, so that's just pointless, right? Your flux did literally 0 damage.
Okay.
First you kill the creeps, then you go with the flux. Right.
Okay.
And to kill the creeps you need to auto attack them, you don't have other like wave clear spell. Yeah.
Okay.
Pointless effort.
So he's heading top, so I'm guessing the rune is top.
You could drop a spark to check, I guess. So you don't have to waste time running there. Yeah.
Okay.
Bounty's in 15 though, you should go for yours. You're pretty low. And careful, he could just kill you now. If he comes with a haste, you're dead. Looks like it
Okay,
was a
okay.
regen.
Should I put my clone in the lane? Or should I
No,
just go
no,
for the...
no.
Okay,
It's not gonna do jack shit, man. You have gloves of haste. Like, what is this clone gonna? It's gonna feed him gold.
Okay, okay.
You're gonna use the clone to potentially kill him, and for that to work, he needs to not have creeps around. Oh, illusions.
Oh, it's
That's
an illusion
annoying.
rune. Okay,
His illusions carry the aura though, so that's quite annoying.
Is under attack.
I see.
Okay, so now try to kill this next wave.
Okay.
So first kill the ranged, right? Because that's, you know, he's usually standing there. Okay, chill a bit. Yeah. No, he's playing it smart now. It's not gonna work. He shoves it way too hard. Potentially now, if he tries to ult you from here, he's gonna come like this probably. Care. There we go. Fairy. Oh, I did draw you exactly where he's gonna come from, right?
Right, right. Yeah.
Your middle tower is
Yeah, I felt like I could get through those trees, but
I mean, you
not.
could, but well, yeah.
It seemed, yeah, it looked like I could go that way, but it wouldn't go. Maybe I stood wrong or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but the safer play would to just go like this then, right?
Right. Okay, so Midas, I have the ward now.
There's a shovel again, by the way. I mean,
Oh,
why not?
grab it, yeah.
He has a catapult now, and that's not gonna die anytime soon unless the tower kills it, so... You can dig.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting. I feel like they used to,
Okay, just auto-attack the creeps. But why are you running back and forth? Okay, just...
your middle tower is under attack.
okay.
So now this next wave might actually die on the tower. Kill the range creep. And then you could try to kill him afterwards. When his creeps are dead. Alright, be ready here. Okay, go for the flux. Go, he's isolated. Just double flux. Ulti, spark rates, everything. Oh, Pudge is coming. Okay. Shit, automatic. Flux, the clone. Alright. Was a bit of panic there, but
Yeah, sorry.
it's fine. Dig before you die out. Actually, no, man. That was a kill opportunity though.
Did he get the kill on? I think he got the kill on the clone too. Oh well, yeah, that's okay. It's all right. I guess those guys got a kill on him, so something. All right, I'm entering the slow time for the Midas.
Yeah, I mean, don't stress it. It's very close. Whatever. Just yeah.
It's gotta.
You got
push
the
forward.
increased death timer, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Just TP and immediately dig.
Okay.
Immediately spawn the clone. You could dig with that too. Bounty rune might push your timing a little bit. Dig with the clone. Oh, it's just a solve. Whatever. Yeah, you can hit the camp with the clone, spam raids, magnetic field, everything.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
He's shoving in mid. You have glyph for the tower.
Tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Okay.
Put some raids, like, or that those works. Yeah,
Your bottom tower is under attack.
nice. Very close to the Midas.
Your bottom
Should I
tower
buy
is
like a
under
book
attack.
or something?
Why?
To get to 10 or something.
What's the most important thing right now?
Midas.
Yeah. So why would you slow down your Midas for no reason?
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
So remember spark rate here, not the talent. Dig also.
Spark Wraith. Thank you. Yep.
He has a relic. He's doing like naked radiance rush, super greedy. But you could try to kill him here actually. Just go use everything. You have clone. Double flux, remember? Flux. You
Looks.
gotta prioritize the flux. Right, spam the clones now, and I mean the spark rates. Just right click him also. Yeah. Shit, it's so close. Whatever. Chill. Go back.
Yeah, sorry.
Got the Midas coming. No worries. You have Solve and Backpack, Mango, just bottle Mango, everything, use it. Yeah. Actually, there's a region bottom. You can grab that. Don't let him get it.
Okay.
He actually killed himself on the blade though. Yeah.
I'll give this to Legion.
Every time you spawn the clone, the very first thing you do is cast Lux when it's a solo kill situation like that.
Okay.
Midas.
There we go. Sorry, it's on the wrong button.
Okay, you can hit here. Wait a little bit and then spawn the clone in like 5 seconds, so the next creep wave is gonna arrive, and you can Midas the next range creep.
Okay.
Go now, spawn it. Keep hitting the tower, magnetic field. Oh, Midas the catapult, even better.
Yep.
You can dig with the clone maybe before it dies. Oh shit, get back. Oh, he got you.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry, I grabbed the wrong hero. Yeah.
Yeah, you ran like this instead of just, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I need a magnetic field. Okay.
Yeah. Don't need the flux till later.
Okay. So now I'm working on travels.
No, Maelstrom, then travels.
Oh, Maelstrom. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't have Maelstrom. Okay. Wow. Okay.
So you probably want to TP top when you spawn.
Okay.
It's looking empty right now. Actually, you might even just kill the ogre here. Yeah, cool. So try to flux him. There you go, double flux, nice. Midas with the real hero.
Okay.
You can Midas this. Dig with the clone before it dies also. Bounty rune. Oh shit, no luck, man. Where's the bounties?
Yeah.
Dig with the
Nice.
hero. There you go. That's a bounty.
All right.
So yeah,
So
clone is gonna have Midas when it respawns. So
Okay.
in 25 seconds, you want to be near something that's good to Midas. Big creep. So get your
Okay.
level 12 here. Just go like this. Spark rate here. One right click on the ranged. Go back now.
Okay.
Could be people coming. Yeah, definitely go back now, or I could just run like this.
Okay.
Go into the triangle. Ulti,
Clone.
yeah. Spawn it, and you want to Midas this Satyr here. And then you can use the clone and the hero to hit the ancients. Ancients,
Okay, got
quick.
it.
Magnetic field, clone, all the spells. Big golem. Alright. Oh shit, they have a ward there, looks like. Make sure you get the last hit on the big golem, it's ignited.
Okay.
Nice. Not the best item. Take bounty and run mid fast. Mid to Midas.
Okay.
They might come into the triangle, so you gotta be careful.
Okay. Ah,
Oh, you actually missed all of these.
wow.
It's fine. But you gotta be a bit careful there. You can send the essence ring to base. Hopefully get a good like right click. Oh, you can take the Quicksilver if Zeus drops it.
Yeah, that'd be really good for me.
Yeah, he did. No, nice. You can help here. Use everything. You have clone. Yeah. Remember to Midas with the clone in 8 seconds after the fight.
Okay.
Or if it stays alive, I guess. It might not. Nice. Go back with the real hero. Ah, shit, clone is dead. Yeah, it's fine. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, back, back. Why are you running in then? Oof.
Okay.
No, go back. Go back to farming. Why, like?
Okay. Sorry.
You have-
I saw the guy.
Okay,
That
look.
helped him.
Is your timing Brownwood's Midas Javelin? No, it's not, right?
No. You're right.
Alright. You want to use the clone ASAP, and it's gonna have Midas. Meanwhile, you can Midas the Centaur.
Okay.
And yeah, just Midas something with the clone. I guess Midas the small Centaur with the clone. And then
Small
formations.
centaur.
Well, yeah. Ah, well, you killed it. Alright.
Ah, shit.
Midas here with the clone, start hitting Ancients with the hero. And then bring your clone to hit Ancients also. You have a hotkey, right, to select the clone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Aquila, that's very cool. Yeah, you can use that instead of the shovel.
Yeah, that is
really
good.
Some nice mana regen. This camp, up, and you want to
Okay,
go top.
okay.
Yeah, you want to
Alright.
play top. There's people mid, so you want to be top.
Okay, makes sense.
Nice.
Okay, got some good
There's
procs.
techies there though, so be careful to not cross like much further than this because you know there could be mines on the lane.
Right.
You can send your, yeah.
Should
Keep
drop
an eye out on the clone Midas first. Like look at the timing. Then that tells you when you should use it.
Okay, 30 seconds. So I do want to wait on the clone for the Midas.
Definitely. I mean that's
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I could probably wait 10 seconds for this to Midas it. Should I do that?
No, it's gonna die. You can Midas just whatever regular creep, I guess, and then yeah.
Okay.
I mean it's only super value if it's a full HP catapult, right? And it wasn't. So triangle
Right.
again. Clone Midas the tomato.
Should I get attack
Nations.
speed or cooldown reduction?
But oh, here, man. You Midas with the clone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Take attack speed, so you're used to it, I think so.
Okay. Oh, he took the ancients.
You can send the clone at fight mid, I guess. Send the clone, keep your hero back. Or, well, I guess it's fine. It's got Aegis. Put a spark right here, yeah. You can now flux him with the real hero. Flux the ogre then. Yeah. Okay, go for the tower, nice. Kinda wiped them. Tower mid.
The tower? Alright, mid.
Flux gas range.
Can I have DD, please?
So you wanna hit the go like this and hit the tower from here because the mines could be here. So, oh, actually there's a sentry, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good bubble placement. Bristol can benefit. Now you want to travel top with your real hero.
Radiant structures are
Okay.
fortified. Your top tower is under
Can I have Midas now?
Yeah. How much for the clone Midas?
25?
Okay, it lasts 22, so when there's about 10 left, you can spawn it and TP the clone bottom.
2 left, spawn it, okay. Okay, that makes
Oh,
sense.
actually, hang on, stop. There could be mines here. Just go triangle with the hero. And then you can send the clone to push top. You don't have to TP it anywhere. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you didn't have to TP it, man. That was like, anyway, whatever. Yeah, just hit the tower a little bit with the clone.
Okay.
Try to kill as many creeps as you can. Drop a spark rate.
dire structures are fortified.
Yeah, whatever.
Didn't get that off. So I have a DD bottled. Does that copy the buff? When I
No.
know it doesn't copy the
No,
thing.
no.
Not even the buff. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. It seems like the only real disadvantage of this hero is like if I get yeah, I should be able to walk here. Maybe I just panicked. I probably panicked. But like, it seems like if should I help with that?
No. Finish me on there before you join any fights. You could TP the clone bottom though, now.
Okay.
And just walk top with your hero. Kill this camp, Midas this camp with the hero.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit off on the Midas timing with the clone, but whatevs. Take the bounty
Yeah.
and go push the lane. Now the lane.
Okay.
I did some decent damage bottom, Ursa TP bottom, that's cool. Yeah, again, just gotta be careful with this top lane because the tech is nice. It's worth buying some sentries.
Like a pudge or something.
You can sell your branch, sell your fairy fire, and buy some sentries
Okay.
for yourself, so you can actually play top. You didn't sell the fairy. Ancient stack.
Oh, okay.
Ancient stack, ancient stack. It's gonna be
Oh, I
super
missed it. Missed it.
Whatever.
I missed
You
both.
need one creep to get level 18, then you can spawn the level 3 clone.
Okay.
Swap the fairy with the hyperstone. The hyperstone's backpack. Or sell the fairy, yeah. Okay, so level 3 clone, TP at bottom. It has Midas also there.
Okay.
Now I pushed up with the hero.
Uh,
Okay, nice. So now you want to use these sentries to be able to shove out this lane.
okay.
But Midas in 4, you can Midas this catapult.
Okay.
So sentry, there you go. So the next sentry you want to put somewhere here. There you go.
Okay. Yep.
Lots of enemies missing though, but kill the mines. Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, Ursa TP. So now could chill a little bit.
Now I go back to triangle.
Yeah, go back to triangle. TP clone bottom or mid
You don't.
somewhere.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't
Got
matter
a
where.
bottom.
That doesn't matter. Just anywhere. You can kill this camp with the clone after the wave.
Okay. Okay, so what's my next item? MKB, probably.
Top. Actually, okay, mid. There's some, but your whole team is mid already, so.
Okay.
Let's see. So you want something that's gonna help you. Again, the item against Necro is actually Nullifier. And Necro might be a problem, so I think it's actually a good idea. Maybe not immediately, but you could get like oh, there's a ceremonial robe on the ground. Ceremonial robe here, you want to get that, and also send this headband to base.
Okay. And send my clone bottom.
Yeah. It's gonna get to tier 2 probably. Clone as Midas, by the way.
Okay.
Also the headband in your inventory, send that to base.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Skadi into Nullifier looks pretty decent here. But Skadi is just generally also good. Like this, it's dangerous. The robe is still on the ground, by the way. Oh, okay, kill that guy. No, run. It's a level 1 shackle. Run the other way.
Structures are fortified.
You can't kill him, you can't kill him.
Okay.
Robe?
Okay. Where's the robe? Oh.
So, chill, if you ulti you die. So
Okay.
you got 3 salves in your backpack, so you can pop those. And the robe is right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. I could not see that.
But you see my pings, right? Because
Yeah. It was like just the angle that I was at.
Okay.
The tree. It was like blocking it.
I see.
Do I want this item? Ooh, Elven Tunic. That's
Yeah, tunic. You want the tunic, yeah. And you wanna, yeah. I mean, actually, Necro's so fat already. Yeah, maybe.
Your top tower
He's
is
got.
under attack.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Roshan has
Yeah, you want Skadi and you want Nullifier. You kind of want both.
Okay. I'll go Scotty first because it seems easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah. No, at this point, I just want to spam the clone and keep pressuring that bottom lane. Just every time you have it.
Okay.
It's got Midas also. Try to get the next wave. Just A click, right? Yeah. And now you can control your hero.
It's my career up. Yep.
But where's your hero going? Oh, there's a Pudge. Flux him?
Oh shit. I was looking at the wrong hero.
Careful, keep your distance. Keep away, keep away.
Yep.
Right. You're too low to go back in. Just run. You can flux one guy, but that's it. Flux the Necro, maybe? Or the Ursa. Your hero's running in, No, not like this.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, just miscontrolled him a little bit.
Like, don't worry so much about switching between them. Because also, I mean, you said you were controlling bottom, but like, why? All you had to do bottom was A-click once here. And that's it, you forget about the clone, right?
Yeah. Right.
So...
Right. Yeah, I thought when you said Pudge was there, I thought you were talking about over here in the trees, and so I was trying to set a Spark Wraith.
Oh.
I don't know why I thought that, but that's that.
No, he was literally like
that's
right
what
next
went
to you in
through
your
my head.
vision. Yeah, he actually you
Yeah.
walked up to him and then he blinked on you. It was pretty weird, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And you always want to prioritize looking at your hero, obviously.
Okay,
Because I mean that's
right. That
More
one
important.
actually is yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
BRB 1 second. I'm just gonna turn on the light.
Sure, no problem.
Invisibility.
Gonna send my clone bottom.
Yeah, TP top with the hero. Midas with the clone, yeah, and now A-click, and stop controlling the clone, just one A-click, that's all it takes.
Okay.
And now control your hero. Nice with Scully, now go back, because in your spot, you could show in the trees a little bit, right?
Okay.
You go back always on the edge of the map, not this side, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you
So
see
this one
Pudge and
on
Ogre
mid.
bottom. Now you can AFK with the hero and TP the clone. Okay, yeah, or mid, that also works, yeah.
Okay.
Now AFK with hero, control the clone, see if you can find somebody, maybe threaten kill, spam some spark rates. You should get at least one more creep wave. Run forward. Why did your hero step out of the trees though? Like,
Oh. Okay, that's a good
see
point.
Necro is coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah, it's got Bloodstone, yeah. So yeah, you definitely want that nullifier now, and then Necro's gonna be dealt with, mostly.
Okay.
Clone in 7. Think where you want to send it. Bristleback is already bottom.
Top?
Balance.
No, the creeps are coming already. You could just walk there with your hero.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Alright.
Okay.
Now you can, yeah, Bristol tipping away from him. Now you can tip your clone to bottom because there's nobody there. It has Midas.
Should I go mid? Should I go? Oh, I can go back to.
Midas, the next wave with the clone. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there's a
Flashbang.
fight top. You could join it. Looks kind of okay, even though they killed the gen.
Okay.
Just don't YOLO and just flux and keep distance, right? Yeah, put the Mjolnir, nice. Okay, alright, Ursa might die. 5 seconds you have your clone and you can send that in. Okay,
Into
fuck
the
it.
fight.
Fight is over. No, you can TP the clone bottom. This wave. And you kill the ogre probably.
Okay.
Just AFK with the hero and back and then control the clone now. Try to kill ogre. If he stays, yeah,
Okay.
he stayed, nice. Oh shit, almost broke. Ah, close, whatever, he's out. But
Oh, my clone.
why is
Oh,
your
my
hero
clone.
there? Oof, keep running, keep
Yeah.
running. Got that. You were here, right? And all of a sudden you're at the Ancients, or even though you were controlling just the clone. How does that happen?
Yeah, I must have misclicked something.
Alright.
Only
Again,
thing I
you
can
could TP the clone bottom again. You can actually threaten high ground.
Tower has fallen.
Okay.
And your hero, just one click with your hero to go to base, and now control the clone. Right.
Okay.
I'm watching your hero to see if it makes any weird moves.
Is under attack.
Okay, no,
Okay.
he's in base. It's all good. Hit the creeps with the clone. You do more damage to the creeps. Yeah.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Don't go back. Don't go back with the clone. No need. Like just auto attack. It's expiring anyway. You could have cleared the wave there. Anyway,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
you can kill the spludge now. Yeah. Nice. Alright, good shit. You got Midas.
Okay.
And
Oh.
just Midas something, catapult, yeah. Clone bottom, again. Fast.
Okay.
The clone also has Midas.
Okay. Okay, I need my main hero to do something simple.
You could go top, A-click top, yeah. Oh, you could kill Ogre with the clone. Yes, Legion came in as well. Midas something. Whatever.
Oh, I missed the card, damn.
Put at least the field here, maybe Legion uses it. Or Midas, whatever.
Ah, I missed all of it.
It's fine.
Okay.
Your hero should be top though, not in jungle. TP your hero top and then spawn the clone and bring it bottom again.
Okay.
And keep hitting high ground bottom. You have Midas on the clone, remember.
Okay.
Field. Nice.
What can I say? Nature loves
Okay.
Kill the
I
creeps
have
with the
enough
clone
multiplier.
over the tower, because well, you want money and you clear the creeps
Yeah.
faster than you kill the tower. So
Yep.
nice, you're actually getting the tier 3. Nice, nice, good shit.
Enemy's bottom tower.
Almost have the you pretty much have them on fire. Nice.
Yeah, it's on the courier essentially.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean Nullifier, it's an active, but it's very simple. Just press it on Necro in fights. Ideally with the clone, you don't want your hero to get that close to Necro. So you send the clone in to Nullifier the Necro. So you could leave the clone here and then TP to this creep wave for the Ancients with your hero. Or just walk back with the hero, whatever. Just hide the hero in these
Go in the
trees.
trees, yep.
Yeah, send the clone to try and kill Ogre maybe. Or do something.
Okay.
you know.
Fresh meat.
Okay. I'm going to send my clone.
Yeah, just use it to get the creeps, get the tower maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever,
the
just
wrong guy.
yeah. When your clone is about to expire, it doesn't really make sense to run with it. But yeah, anyway.
Right,
it's all
right.
good.
Okay, so
Last item, you could go
what
for something damage. Maybe like Daedalus could actually be okay.
Daedalus, okay.
In this case, yeah, you just want some raw damage.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
But still TP the clone somewhere, right? You have it ready anyway, so don't want to AFK base.
Tower has fallen.
Glyph. Oh, close. That would have been clutch. Yeah. You can do that to enable the TP. Midas.
Okay.
You can try to Midas this camp. Put a spark rate here. Walk like this. Put spark rate, and you can Midas it. From here you would reach anyway. Whatever.
Okay, I see. I see.
Just wait. No. Go back. Don't do it with the hero. It's. I mean,
They're calling Roche.
okay. Just push bottom with the hero, but you want to save buyback at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Push bottom with the hero. You can TP the clone top, I guess. Have the clone. You don't want to fight with the clone right now. You just want to push out these creep waves so they can't push. I mean, your hero can. You can just A-click down bottom like this with the hero.
Okay.
You see that they're all top, so it's very safe. Keep going top with the clone. Don't run into enemies.
Okay.
I found you. Nice. Yeah. As long as they don't get the last hit, it's okay. You got the Midas. Keep going bottom. Swap Crystallis for Raid Band.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Keep going, keep going. They're all top. Keep going bottom.
Going?
Yeah, they're...
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
why would you go back? If you go back, it's gonna be with the TP.
Okay.
You can send the clone mid or bottom, yeah, that's also fine to defend, yeah. Keep pushing, now just A-click here with the hero and you fight with the clone, yeah. Nice, you nullified the Necro, very good. He's dying. Nice, awesome, man. You got him.
Thank you.
You have another nullifier. Alright. Keep going with the hero. You forgot the A-click bottom with the hero. Could have reached the base by now. One A-click.
Always, always something.
Well-
Okay, should I double the illusion time or?
Yeah, illusion
life-
duration. Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
All it took is one A-click. Anyway,
Yeah.
very good.
Sorry.
Midas, you can sell here the raid band and the...
Oh.
Yeah,
Is that-
okay.
That's techies. Okay.
Go back, leave the clone
Maybe
and...
drop-
Oh, you're gonna kill him with the clone. Nice. Alright, keep going with the clone. And you
Okay.
can TP him... So you don't have to TP anywhere with the hero, actually. Just sell your
Dude,
band in your
jungle or
bottle. And
Okay.
the clone should hit Rex now. Yeah. Or you can kill Punch first, yeah. Nullifier on Ursa. Nice. Okay, nice. Sell that shit. You have money for Daedalus.
Okay.
Oh shit, let's hope there's no mines here. They're all dead actually, so just yeah, TP to this catapults.
So.
TP to these catapults right now with the hero.
Okay.
And spawn your clone and just get Rex, yeah. And after this Rex, you can go mid. Don't have to... I mean, you can have your clone kill that guy, I guess. Yeah. Super slowed. Mid. They're still all dead, so you can start hitting mid.
Okay. I'm a little scared here.
They're literally one hero alive, man. What are you scared of?
That's true, yeah. This
Nice.
nullifier is incredibly effective against this guy.
No, it just completely fucks over Necro and what he wants to do.
Wow.
It has very little he can do about it also. I mean, it's balanced because it's a very expensive item, obviously. Your clone is ready, by the way.
Right. Oh,
Since it has 2 seconds downtime, it should pretty much always be up
right.
at the stage, yeah. Anyway, GG's. I mean, played really well. Like, you only died 4 times, you got super farmed, yeah. But still, obviously, there was a lot of room
A lot
to
of misclicking. Yeah.
play better, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was yeah, Arc just hit his point of just being really strong, and that was that.
I mean, that key fight bottom, because Necro also, yeah, bought kind of strange items. I mean, there is stuff he can do about it. Like, if it's, if you're talking Necro perspective, he should buy Heaven's Halberd. That way, while he's nullified, he's gonna disarm you, or the clone, so at least you can't hit him, right? But no, he went Bloodstone. He went for a very greedy build, no defensive items. So Although, I mean, yeah, Nullifier doesn't really counter majority of defensive items.
Yeah, that was that's the first time I feel like I've ever used Nullifier and it be effective. That's
It's very niche, right? It's very niche. It's against Necro and against heroes that buy Yules and Ghost Scepter to keep themselves alive, like most supports, and Leshrac, Death Prophet. These heroes tend to do that.
so continuously dispels the target. So that prevents them from essentially casting buffs or something like that.
Yeah, any ghost form, any. I mean, I actually made a infographic on Nullifier. I don't know if you've seen it.
I'll check that out.
It's if you go to the coaching Discord, you see on the left. You're in it, right?
Yep. Yeah.
On the left, you scroll down content, infographics, and you scroll up a little bit. The first one, the purple one.
Okay.
It's slightly. The only thing that's outdated here is that Satanic no longer gets removed. It used to, but not
Oh,
anymore.
right.
But everything else, you can see actually Necro is listed there as the.
Right. Good hero as the target with it. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Wow. All right, well, that was great.
But
we killed a guy, won a game.
Definitely.
Two, actually.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think we could see some significant improvement between this and the previous one, though. Maybe not so much item timing wise, but after you got the items, you know, the.
So I still need to work on laning phase. So laning phase is I need to practice that.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say actually, since we already did another like half hour over the extra time.
Oh.
If you want to do another one and we just finish with a couple laning practice matches.
Sure. Yeah, we could do another half hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, wait, I'll suggest it again.
Okay.
Sick. Impromptu 4-hour session, but I mean, Arc Warden is it's a complicated hero. There's a lot to cover, so.
It's very true. Yeah, this is definitely a hero that I feel I feel I need instruction with this hero. He would be very, very hard to figure out by myself.
Yeah. I mean, that's natural. It's complicated.
Except. Okay, and then we'll just go for another half an hour, I guess. Sounds fine.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the 4 hours. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let me invite you to party again.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on with my ping though. It's still very high. Somebody said that the stream was freezing, even though it didn't show up that way for me though. Trying to close some stuff.
No worries.
Well, it's gonna be a bit problematic though, because normally I have like about 20 ping on Europe and it's like 120 or so on US East, which is completely playable. But now it's like plus 100 on everything. So wow. I'm getting 200 on US East and I'm not sure why.
That is a lot of ping. That's a lot of ping.
Hang on. I mean, I can try. Yeah, I'm just gonna try restarting my router if you wanna give me a sec.
Sounds good. Yep, no problem.
Yeah. Guess I won't stream the last part.
Take a
break
to stretch a little bit.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Let's take 5 again. Yeah, sure. All right.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll see you in 5. Okay. Bye.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry, that's gonna be it for today's stream. Not sure why, you know, this being issues, whatever. But anyway, we could see a lot of work on Arc. Gonna be uploading that one definitely. Useful for anybody who wants to learn Arc. And we're just gonna be finishing with some 1v1s, which is not as interesting, I guess. It won't be a big deal. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next